How you doing today?
Volume is fucked. Can't hear nothing.
Oh, that might be me. Hang on.
No. It's just XCOM running in the background. Noisy. There we go. Easier.
Anyway, hello again.
Hello.
Hello.
I was muted.
So we shorten content and then otherwise we're good. Yes? No?
Yep, believe so. I'm just rereading Thunderous Smite because I forgot about it.
Thunderous Smite.
The first time we hit a melee weapon attack, the weapon makes thunderous boom. Wow, that's loud.
I want you to put Thunderstruck into the music rotation.
No.
When I use it, yeah.
Yes.
No. Not happening. There's already bagpipe bullshit and whatnot.
Oh, but why not? Thunderstruck's such a good tune.
It is a good tune,
I
but it's
agree.
not really D&D.
It is relevant. It'll make the RP experience that much better.
It will not.
How many bullshit
That's how I
tracks
cast
did we
it.
get?
That's how I do my.
You have one. You've used your one allotment.
I
mean, I
do my
use mine.
concentration though by singing Thunderstruck.
You have the bagpipes, so yeah,
Yes,
you have
I
used
used
yours.
mine.
Oh, you
So-
used yours. Yeah, it's true. Very true.
It would only
Oh,
be
good.
fair
Yep,
if
Thunderstruck. There we go.
No,
it would be fair if everyone gets one.
no, because I do not want to fiddle with the music more than I already am. Having like 20 tracks in there is not making my life easier, so you can all fuck off.
I have a quick question about about paladin spells, if I can.
Yeah.
I can only choose 3 of them. Is that right? Every day.
You have okay. So what we figured out last time is that you have spell slots, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you prepare for those spell slots every day. But you
Yeah. Okay. So I know all of them, but every day
Yes.
I can only use 3 of them.
Yes. So you need to note down which ones you have every day.
Yeah.
Goody.
Okay, that's fine then.
It's a paladin thing. They do that.
Thunder Smite is always going to be there.
It is a fairly stable spell. It's almost always used for that exact reason. It is a powerful tool, combat wise at least. And of
This is
course,
only for you.
you being you, there won't be any healing.
I think you'll heal us.
No. Ryan doesn't heal.
No, I don't heal.
No, I thought so.
Even if I'm dying.
But I have
next
I have so many lay on hands uses a day, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. Now you don't have so many users. You have a pool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's a pool, and I can
You
assign
use them
from
in
that
a-
pool how much I want to use.
I mean,
Exactly.
if I'm down 1 HP could help, really.
Yeah, but the thing about Lay on Hands is that you need to be up close and personal, which means that he has to spaz about and spend his entire turn doing that.
Yeah,
Where
you have
Healing
to
Word, who has that? Who's got Healing Word? Is that you?
Yes, I got Healing Word. I can do the
Yeah,
rest, but
Yeah, Healing Word is just
I
that
need
much
you
more
to
powerful.
touch me.
Touch me. Yeah. Okay. Well, so it's a bit shit. You're doing it without the rogue today, but that's your problem, not mine. I'm not going to change everything because of that.
He cancelled like last minute.
Yeah,
Again.
I know, but he's got his stuff. So that's fine. We'll deal with it. I mean, D&D does not take precedence over life. I know there's some disagreement about the truthfulness of the statement, but that is still where we're at. What should I do? I should do this.
You should go easy on us since we don't have
Mm,
a rogue.
No, that's not how it works. No.
That's fine. We'll just kill every witness that might see it.
Good luck. You do that.
I mean, I'm not gonna kill anyone. I'm just gonna.
That's Cotton. Hello, Cotton.
Hi.
The fuck are you doing?
A friend of mine, she had a fight with her, I could say, ex-best friend, so...
Go for it.
No, friend. But it's girl stuff, so yeah.
Go stuff fun fight.
So you're qualified.
I
What?
fucking love being an adult when people don't do that. That's awesome.
I'm qualified to listen.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Oh yeah, I agree.
It's good ability.
Yeah, that's
I'm being a
basically
good
all
friend.
you need.
What?
Ugh.
Well, she needed to talk, and I talked, and I mean, she talked, and I listened.
That's a lie. Yeah, I was gonna say.
You were there
Not
physically.
talk. You sat there and you listened. That's it.
Yeah.
I was patient.
Goody.
I
Good job.
bet you were rolling a d20 in your head as she was talking.
No, I'm opening chocolate.
By the way, I
Yeah.
bought actually yesterday my first set of dice. Yeah,
Mhm.
Peter Pico.
They are always good, you know.
Man, it's
I,
hard.
however, demand that all dice rolls will be done in Roll20 so I can fucking see them because I don't trust any of you assholes, especially you, Ryan.
Why would they lie? Like right now,
Why?
I rolled 15
Honestly,
natural
that's a
20s.
fair question. Why would people do it? But the thing is, I have sat at so many tables and seen people next to me do it. I've seen
Oh
people
my
across the table do it. It is everywhere. It is just that because everyone wants to be a fucking badass and then they can't accept the dice not letting them be the badasses. Which is why Roll20 is also.
fucks up.
Yeah,
like
yes,
it when a roll
it's
fucks
I know,
up.
you enjoy it.
hilarious.
I like it when it fucks up too.
Yeah.
Good.
I have
I
a
don't-
friend.
In that
I have a
case,
friend
it
that
shouldn't be a
she-
problem, should it?
There's a friend of mine who always plays a rogue, and she always wants to be a badass, and she always fails like an important role.
That's
And
beautiful.
she's always like, the thing is, her boyfriend is the DM,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
and she's like, oh no, I want to roll again. No, you cannot roll again. I want to roll again. No, you cannot. I want to do it. No, I want to do it. No, and then she sulks in the corner.
That's
Yeah.
okay. There's this saying: "No D&D is better than bad D&D." That is bad D&D by my
Yeah.
standard, at least. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't play that.
I don't like
Yeah.
that definition.
It's a great definition.
I agree. Trust me.
I've stepped away from so many tables.
No session tonight.
Bullshit. What the fuck is wrong with your microphone content? That's a lot of static.
No,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, your
Wait.
mic is.
Wait.
No,
We're
that's
waiting.
a lot better.
That's better.
That's way
Ah.
better.
But he left, so I suppose that, yeah, that is better.
Just left.
Yeah, that typically doesn't make it better.
Is it better?
Yeah.
No.
Not anymore. It was better.
Shit.
I don't know, it would work. when-
What about this?
Yeah, slightly better.
All right.
Alright, I need to shut this down. We can just start, sort of, slowly.
I need
Na,
to
na, 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 na.
triple my Roll20 website.
You need to what?
What? Why?
One for my journal and one for the character sheet.
Oh, I just
Oh.
You can
rolled
just-
a natural 20 on initiative, and I'm never going to roll that ever again.
Yeah, that was a good wasted roll there, buddy.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how I have a 0 bonus to initiative, but never mind.
It's dex-based.
0 dexterity.
Oh, yep, that'll be why.
Oh. Yeah,
Good
that's
job.
why I had 0. I mean, I have 1 now.
Did you hear me fart?
No,
No?
don't fart. There's no farting allowed at my
Why
table.
would you? Why would you
Oh.
pronounce it?
Why not?
But Cotton, you don't need extra windows for it. You can just. I don't know if you know there's a tab, and if you open it up, it's like try and go to your whatever your character sheet. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me open something. So let's
Top left.
use this.
Character
top
sheet
left.
open.
See that window in window? It'll just create another window that's still connected to
What?
Roll20.
Yeah.
Top left corner when you
Yeah, top
open your character sheet.
All right.
It
Next to your
disconnects
name,
it.
you see that window in window button? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, awesome.
You can do that
Every
for
time I've
everything.
asked you to keep your character sheet open, that's what I've meant.
Oh, I've kept it open in a separate tab.
Ah, well, okay.
No, it's-
That is
Yeah,
easier
it
because we
works.
can see everything at once.
Yeah.
You
Awesome.
can do that for
Thank you.
chat and every other window in this. Like the info button can also be separated in its own thing. Maybe. No, it can't. What
Can
did I
it?
do just? I removed. What? I'm confused. Never mind. Carry on.
Get it. Okay. Is everyone in here? I believe everyone is.
Yes.
Actually, let me just see if Fullback is there because we could drag him in.
Oh, that would be nice. Maybe you can play.
Is he here? 1, 2, 3.
Feisty.
Oh. Is that his name?
I
It's not
think it
Fullback?
is.
I don't see him.
It was Fullback, but just type out.
Yeah.
It should. Yeah. Just use tag.
No, he's not here.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh well, from what I can tell. Okay.
Fiddling
Are
with your
we?
keychain.
Oh, he is here. He's playing Total War Rome 2
Oh,
with
great.
someone else.
Faggot.
He can
You
absolutely
guys can poke
pause
him if
that
you want.
game. So, harass him.
Definitely. You guys harass him. Are we more or less good and ready?
Can I molest him?
Yep.
No, that's Paladin's job.
Okay.
Paladins that molest. Okay, so
They do.
where did we leave off? We did things.
Went to bed, well, beds in the ship, and
That's
we
true.
were
you
gonna
stayed
get
on
up
the-
before dawn and do the heist.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You went to bed at like 8, 9.
Alright.
Planning to get 8 hours full reset, and then wake up at around 4 in the night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was the plan. Okay. Elves were doing elvish things. They were meditating because that's what elves do. Everyone else was sleeping, and no one had told Ranal. Had told past tense, from what I remember.
Correct.
Yes.
Brilliant, guys. Don't split the party. Just saying, because I will kill you for funsies.
For fun.
Yes, I know, but we gotta figure out how to get him in.
Good. Just saying. All right. Okay. So it's 4 a.m. Lucius, you wake up after having slept 8 hours. The elves are walking about doing their own things.
Mm-hmm.
Randall's nowhere to be seen. You're at the bow of the ship, sitting there, waiting, gathering yourselves, collecting yourselves, while you make ready to head towards the thieves' meeting spot to be led towards this mansion, of which you know very little. Your current agreements stand that you need to make a deal with the Thieves Guild, which you've done. You need to bring an item back to Paxmax to
Mm-hmm.
pay for the goods you received, and to potentially receive a wand of magic missile, which you've also halfway traded way to. Where the mansion is unknown to you.
All right.
You don't know how you're going to get there. Best you can
But-
do is find them and be led there.
Yes. What's the guy's name? The H. Halar, I think.
Yeah,
He's supposed to lead us there.
he is supposed to lead you there.
All right.
I don't know that name. You were the one talking. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I do know. You told me to find him.
Holy shit, yes. You're right.
I did that in your stead.
Haloran slums. Yeah, you're right. He's there.
Yeah.
Might be misspelled, but
Oh, fuck it.
All right.
so I wake up. I assume
You are awake.
Kanan is already up.
Mm-hmm. Up and
How's the
about.
crew doing? Anyone still up?
So, looking around, at this time of night, you see two people just mulling about. One of them sitting on the what's it called, the deck of the ship, looking towards the gangplank, just making sure that no one else comes aboard the ship, and one other person just patrolling around, just skeleton crew to keep everything under wraps and controlled. But other than that, no. The two people who are still awake with the crew are two of the new people who you've had no dealing with whatsoever, outside of just hearing their opinion of Randall.
Okay. So, for the sake of the story, where is our rogue?
In this case, the rogue is gone. I can't be fucking bothered every time people just disappear. It's just like, fuck you, you're gone. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
creativity at its prime. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that?
I didn't really have to do anything because she walks off all the fucking time. Oh, there's a fight, I'm walking off. Oh, you people are yelling at someone, I'm walking off. Oh, you're being arrested, I leave. So, you know what? It's not even that far-fetched that she's like, you're not going to steal from people, I'm leaving.
Well,
Okay,
I-
that's-
as well.
okay.
Judging by that picture that's of that character, she's not wearing
Yeah.
any clothes anyway, so she's probably whoring herself out.
No
That's
one
aggressive.
commented on that. Just me. No one had the balls.
No,
to
yeah, I
comment.
thought it the second I saw it. I was like, she's
Well,
not.
we all thought it, but I chose not to say anything. I
I
felt
fucking
it wasn't
said it. I don't care. I mean, he posted it. God damn it! That was just a ribbon.
a ribbon.
Yeah.
It's a cord.
It is a bit hoary.
and it
I must
flings
admit.
around, I guess, in the wind.
Oh yeah, steady breeze, you're fucked.
Literally. Oh,
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
was just.
But honestly,
Wait,
where
wait.
where Ayla has taken herself off to is completely unknown to you. But again, you're not surprised because she does this all the time. Every time there's something going on, she disagrees with even slightly, she disappears. So,
She rolled a 20 on hide.
Yeah.
well,
and
she
when
could
we
just have
set
left while you
sail-
were sleeping.
When we set sail, you're gonna introduce her, what? Riding a dolphin after us?
No, I was gonna say she's at the bottom of the ship. Honestly, I cannot
Yeah.
magic up a solution every time someone's not here. It would
Yeah, fair
really
enough.
be responsible.
No, this is the fun for me. Everything's fine. So it's just you and me, I guess, Kanan.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
I mean, we're all we get. We're enough for this heist. Two very competent young men.
Well, I do
So
have
I
some
counted it.
thieving experience, but
Oh, I'm counting on it because you're gonna do 100% of the TV.
fucking hell.
Yeah, I can only make one person invisible, so congratulations, you're a lucky winner.
Oh, fuck me. All right.
Lead away, buddy.
Uh,
Is our
what?
first mate asleep?
What?
Who? What?
The
I can
paladin?
assume.
Ah,
I'll take that as a yes.
well, I don't know.
I'm awake. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm not on the boat. We already said that.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
You're
you're not?
No, you sent me away to go get supplies, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, all right.
Where the fuck are you gonna get supplies at 4 a.m.?
No, I didn't. I wasn't there. All right.
Never mind. Let's
fuck it,
go,
never mind.
Kanan. The sooner we.
Well, I mean,
finish-
for the sake of the story, do you want me to just magically appear? Because
Well,
you probably
I don't
don't
know if
need
you
me.
can-
I halfway expected you to return to the ship instead of leaving it for like forever.
Well, I said I'd come back the next day. Shall we retcon that?
I mean, we don't have.
I think we'll have to because I honestly didn't hear that. Otherwise, I'd be like, what? Why would you leave? Stop splitting the party, assholes! Jeez.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna be on our way to the slums. We're gonna meet him halfway there.
You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it this way. We'll magic it. Right. So you go get supplies.
Open.
You easily have that conversation with Adadir. You know him. He knows you to a certain part. He knows what you're about. He knows your mission. So he goes, right, naturally, we will supply whatever it is you need. It will be there at 6 a.m. early in the morning. Be there to pick it up. You say yes, obviously, because you're a military man. You return to the ship, you see these two retards at 4 a.m. sitting there going like, what the fuck is going on? The confusion is total and no one can find Ayla. There you stand on the gangplank. The crew is just looking at you, the two who are awake wondering, what the fuck is he doing up at 4 a.m. and what the fuck are these two idiots doing? So there you meet, 4 a.m. at the night. Everyone's wondering, why is everyone else awake? Problem solved. Jesus.
Wow.
Fuck me. That was fast.
You did
All right.
great,
travelers.
DM. Well, good work.
Fucking hell.
All right.
Hello there.
Okay.
Good morning, I guess.
What are you doing up?
Good morning, buddies.
Happy
How are you
hour.
doing?
Oh, we're doing great. So let me get this straight. You're kind of here to help us, right?
Of course.
Anything?
Anything at all, so long as the mission is accomplished.
How are you with stealth stuff?
I'm a dwarf in heavy armor. I'm a bit like a cowbell.
So great. Do you mind accompanying us to the slums?
Where are we going? Why do you want to go to the slums?
I'm not sure this is a best idea.
Honestly,
but
for
okay.
now, I think it would be great if you just accompany us, and maybe we'll need you, maybe not. Let's see what happens.
Ah, fuck it. What a great way to get to know you. I've got 2 hours to go.
Fuck it up.
I love this.
I guess we're going together.
Is that DM
Alright.
sighing?
Yeah.
I don't sigh. I moan.
Oh,
Lead the way,
Ghosts.
chums. Lead the way.
I'm in ethereal, never-ending pain. So you start moving through the slums. Why isn't there music? Everything should have started on its own. Oh well, fuck it.
What did you say?
Where is it? There we are. So you're moving through the night. It is 5 a.m. and you
It's
you instantly
gone.
notice how it is absolutely dead. It is, granted, it's a trading port and it is otherwise active during the night, but at 4 a.m. everything is shut down. The city is not large enough to maintain a steady flow of people coming and going. So walking through these streets that you've become familiar with over the last 2 days, you find them completely barren and completely empty, and you are alone here. You make quick way, since there's no one here to stop you. You see no guards, you see no other indication that there's life in the streets, and you quickly go back towards the thieves and the meeting spot. So finding the cellar door leading down into the basement, you open it up, it squeaks moderately, which is already familiar to you. You walk down and you find the locale empty. You're standing here in this 20 by 20 feet room, also a meter room, and wait for a moment. But it seems like there's no one here. The dust is undisturbed, so no one has been here for the past couple of hours. What do you choose to do?
I'd like to see if there's any clues about anybody's whereabouts.
So, looking
So,
around.
like-
Yep.
Maybe. Are there any shells around?
No, it's like last time you were here. It's completely empty. It is just 4 walls and a roof.
All right. I just drag my hand over the wall and just try to check if there's any, for example, footprints leading to the wall or something.
Sure. Make an investigation check. So,
Very perceptive.
scanning the room and making some effort to just like lead across it, looking for a draft or looking for footprints halfway disappearing into the wall. You find nothing that really looks like a secret entryway, which wouldn't be unreasonable considering the establishment. But you find nothing of the sort here. It seems, for all intents and purposes, just to be a wooden box.
So basically, just a wooden box.
It seems as much.
Look at the box.
What did you say?
Look at the box.
Oh, I walk.
It's a movie reference.
Yeah, I walk
Oh,
up
I-
to it and I just open the box.
There's no box.
All
The box is a lie.
right. I saw the box was.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Fucking
That-
pets and boxes.
What's the name of that movie? 7? No,
Yes.
7. Yeah,
Yeah, so
it's brutal.
I don't know about that one.
Anyway, back to the problem at hand.
All right. So again, what did I find?
Nada.
A box.
All right.
Can I knock on something?
Yes, you find a cowbell, a dwarven-sized cowbell, and you knock on it. It dings slightly.
Ding ding ding.
Oh,
ding.
what are you doing on my armor?
I'm ringing a bell.
Oh, ring away, son. Can I jiggle my belly and make some noise?
Jiggle my belt.
You're standing here, just like looking around, looking for something to do, making noise, but nothing
One
really
thing.
happened.
One
Yes.
thing. Ranel has his armor has like a crest of the Empire of Ad.
I believe it
Yes.
would have, yes.
Yeah.
All right. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Ranel, could you, for example, step out of the room just for a minute?
Sure, no problem.
I would like to check something up.
No offense, buddy. But you're a popo.
So, Randall, you step out of the room and close the cellar door behind you.
Mhm.
For a moment, everything is just dark. With the cellar door closed, the moonlight no longer lights up the room. But the moment Randall leaves and closes the door, you feel like how all of a sudden lights appear, and from the corner you see a dwarf, or not a dwarf, apologies, a halfling, just covered in robes, sitting with a flashlight, or not a flashlight, a lantern rather, with a hooded lantern. A hooded lantern, they're called. Who just appears, like instantly, as if he dispelled some sort of magic.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, so, you curiously bring a man of the Empire to the thieves' spot. I question the intelligence here, but I suppose it is what people do when they have meetings. They bring the authorities. Huh.
He has minus
Well-
1 intelligence.
I must say that we are kind of in need of every kind of help we can get.
Yes, I see
And,
that. Where's your
uh,
rogue?
I have absolutely no idea.
Brilliant.
The rogues has just gone missing.
You do realize I am putting forth some amount of money here. This is an investment.
Yes, I do, but I'm serious. We are going to do absolutely everything in our power.
You're going to do
Not
absolutely
anticipating.
awful. Of course you are. You have no fucking hell. Right.
No,
Okay.
I'm
Here's
not.
what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send one of my guys with you, but as payment, I take first pick of anything you bring back.
Or
Wait, besides your item?
Besides my item.
do you have anything that might help us be more less visible?
I have a man who's a trained thief, has been for the past 20 years. That's pretty helpful.
I mean,
That's fine by me.
do we have your word that we're gonna get the other stuff that we find?
Well, of course. He looks at you curiously, as if you. It seems as if when you strike up the notion that he might abandon a deal, he seems more or less not offended, just curious that such an idea could even strike you. Of course, that's the arrangement. You get everything else minus my item, Pax Max, and I get first pick, and you get one of my.
Pax Max is the name of the guy that I made a deal with. The reason we're here.
Yes,
Okay. Pleasure to meet you, Alor.
pleasure. I heard about you.
How do
You make curious deals, get in fights and whatnot. You sure you want to do this? Because I would massively prefer if we don't have a huge fight in one of the biggest, most prestigious mansions of the island. That would be bad for business.
That depends. Are we
Oh.
breaking into a chicken coop?
I'm sorry for interrupting, but
Don't fight them.
Halle,
Yes.
Halle, you haven't actually mentioned where the mansion is.
No, I would prefer not to.
Okay. Can
Right,
ask
you've just
one
kind
more
of
question?
said that it's the biggest, most prestigious mansion.
Yeah, and you probably wouldn't be
Really?
able to find your way there without me. See, the thing is that this arrangement makes sense because you need me. The moment you don't need me anymore, I'm no longer entitled to my payment.
We're men of our word.
Uh-huh. Make a deception check.
Why would that be a deception? I'm a man of my word.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Alright, okay, fair enough.
I'm honor bound. I am really.
Goody, okay, cool.
Honor among
He
thieves.
looks at you sort of. It seems you can tell from his look. He's making no attempt to hide it. He doesn't seem to trust you particularly. Because in any way, in any event, it doesn't matter because we are under some sort of time constraint. I've been told. You wouldn't be able to find your
Yes.
there in the time you need, especially not your way back because we're going through the sewers.
Oh,
Regardless, you will need me for this.
yeah. Okay.
Do we have an agreement?
Yeah.
He holds up his hand. He's a small character. He's a halfling. He just holds up his hand for whoever seems to be able to grab it.
Yes, I shake it.
He reaches out. He locks hands with you, gives you a stiff look, but otherwise says nothing. Right, give me 20 minutes. I'll be back with my man. He will lead you to where you need to go. You will meet me here early in the morning. You will deliver the item, and we will never meet again.
What if we want to
Fair
earn
enough.
some extra cash?
I've been told that you have very little business left in this city, but you can always find me in. You can just ask for me. It's generally not difficult.
That's true. There's one thing.
Yes.
The dwarf you've safely escaped.
Mm-hmm.
He might actually be of some use to us.
Do you?
Probably,
think
yes.
it's useful?
So it would be good if he's to know of our plans. at
Well,
least.
sure, you can tell him. I just don't want him to see my face.
Oh,
Oh,
that
okay.
makes sense. Okay.
All right. Is there, because you're gonna be leading us, is there a way for you to alter your face?
I won't be leading you, my man will. The moment you turn
Oh.
your back here, I will disappear again. And hopefully we will not see each other again.
Okay. Glad doing business with you.
It's a pleasure. He smiles, nods, bows moderately, and then disappears. He flicks his fingers, and you see a very minor cantrip. And then he seems to be gone.
All right. I take a step outside the cellar and get Randall in.
Rennell, my friend.
Hello, chums.
Okay.
All right. So Lucius here is going to let you in on what we were actually going to do.
Am I?
Oh, we're not taking a nice stroll?
Surprisingly.
Amongst other things, yes.
You guys are my kind of guys. What's the plan?
We're gonna break in and steal some stuff.
Breaking the law? I thought you guys would have been used to this by now. It never ends well, you know.
That's why we have you, big guy.
Now you're getting it. What's the plan?
We wait for our escort, I guess. We're gonna
You
have
could
one
say
more
so.
guy accompanying us through this journey, and we're gonna be led to the mansion or house we're gonna break in. So that's as far as we know.
Stealing from the aristocracy, eh?
Yeah.
Well, they do have more than they need.
That's true. They do have a lot more than they need.
Yeah, Kanan
I'm
spoke
glad
to
you
me.
agree with me.
Yeah, Kanan spoke to me about this Robin Hood guy. Apparently. What was he? An elf?
Oh, I heard about
What?
this some green elf man
Yeah,
running around
yeah.
the forest.
So you heard of him? Kind of like that.
So what are we stealing? Are we giving it to the poor?
Well, we are poor, so yes.
Will it help you on your mission?
This is precisely so it can help us in our mission.
Well, let's not waste any time then. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, let's.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait for our new friend to come.
I don't like waiting.
Neither do I, but we kind of have to.
I can play Lear and make time
Oh, fuck.
faster.
Liar.
I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
They're bastardizing the English language and it's hurting me physically.
It's
You know what?
awesome.
Since we're waiting while we're in this basement, I'm just gonna do this because I have no idea what it is.
Stone cutting?
Excuse me.
I don't even know. I'm just trying to pass the time.
There's no stonework here, okay? It's all wood. Fuck off.
Okay, okay,
It's all
fine.
Well, I have this tinder box, so
Okay, so you give it a couple of minutes, just sitting there, just making small talk, and it takes about 5 minutes until you hear the creaking of the cellar door open, and in walks another halfling, very similar to the one you met previously. He looks you up and down. He seems around somewhere in the 30s, maybe slightly younger, slightly older. You're not halflings yourself, so the aging pattern is somewhat lost on you. He just looks at you, sighs, and goes, "Right, awesome. Shall we?"
what's your name, by the way?
Yes, we shall.
I suppose if I'm committing crimes, I should probably take this crest off.
You should probably take that crest off, yes.
Yeah, please
My
do
name
so.
is irrelevant.
Rel-
You
how
saw
do you
my
spell
father's face. I would prefer to make this as short and
that? Okay,
nondescript as entirely possible.
I never saw
people-
your daddy's face. Do
No,
you
I.
look like-
He stands there. He slouches moderately, just raises his hands to his head and rubs his temple and goes like, "I'm so gonna die tonight."
Nana,
No,
we can
you're
help.
You're not gonna die, you're gonna get killed.
He slaps his cheek, goes, okay, let's do this. Please don't get me killed. Follow me. My name is Hal.
How?
Son
Hal.
of Hal, son of Hallow. Obviously. Duh. Let's go. He leads you outside and turns a corner, and he starts dodging down one alleyway and into the other. He doesn't make any effort to look back, make sure you're following.
Mhm.
Before he stops, he turns around, raises his hands to stop you, and then taps his foot on the ground. And where he stands, you're looking down, all you see is a pool of mud. You're going down here.
Into the mud?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's Christ. He snaps his finger, and those of you with arcane proficiencies knows that he's dispelling something. And the pool of mud disappears, and below it you see a sort of metal lid instead.
Ah.
And
Okay.
he reaches down and opens it up, and you see this stair leading down into complete and utter darkness. Dark vision here, it doesn't seem to help you much because of the depth of it all, but
Mhm.
you head down, and the moment your feet touches ground, you find yourself being wet, completely soaked. You stop there, and you can't help but notice the smell. I would like you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, we're gonna throw up.
Of course.
No. Saving throw, Constitution. That's what you
Yeah.
said, right?
Yes.
Let it roll, baby.
You're almost wrecked, all of you, almost chundering everywhere, but you hold it to yourself. You're like, okay, I'm okay. You see Kanan off in the corners, leaning against the wall. Like, I'm fine. It's okay. I'm good. It takes a minute or two before sense of smell sort of aligns itself with what's going on, and you calm down, and you start heading off into the darkness. It seems as if you're not really making any headway. You can't tell whether or not 10 minutes have passed or 20 minutes have passed. Occasionally you see how Hal lifts the hooded lantern up and reveals the light. Just scanning this way and that. At cross sections he stops, then waits a second, listens, and then moves forward. But nothing seems to interrupt your path. A good hour passes until you stop, and he leans back, turns back against you and says, "We're going up here. We'll be straight underneath them. I need you all to be very quiet."
One thing. I would like to, if I could have done that, paid attention to the way we've gone through.
Oh.
Okay, make an intelligence check. You feel like you have a fairly good grasp of it. The main problem was that he only lifted up the hooded lantern at cross sections. So if you moved past cross sections he didn't do it with, you would have basically no ability to see them. This is not dark vision. This is superior dark.
Yeah.
So you have a pretty good idea, but it is a rough estimate at best.
All right.
You see him disappear up towards another set of stairs, and he climbs it. He removes a grate. Light starts shining down everywhere. Your eyes adjust, and he disappears. And all of a sudden, all you see above you is this square grate. This meter by meter, also meter by meter, hole in the ground, and above it you can't really see much.
Is he already out?
He's climbed up and out, and he's just occasionally his head appears in and peers down at you, and you see him do this shh movement, clearly asking you to be very quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper.
I'm doing my
And
best.
ask you to. Okay, I can make one guy invisible for an hour, so I can do that to Kanan and hope he pockets as many good things as he can, or I can use it like a last measure thing in case we get spotted or right before we get spotted.
You said you need the money from this to fund the mission, right?
Yes.
Well, then steal as much as you can.
Kanan,
I'm gonna try.
do you think both of us should go up, or just you, but invisible?
I think you should at least come to the door. Just be somewhere
Problem
near.
is, this spell is also requires me to do an enchantment. Can I do that without being heard
What?
upstairs? I'm asking DM. Can I cast a
Ah,
spell
right.
that requires?
Verbal components means you need to be able to speak. It doesn't mean you need to be heard or loud. It just needs you meet. I mean, something like a silence spell will stop you from doing it. Being quiet and go like will not keep you from casting the spell. So yeah, you can definitely be quiet.
Okay, let's two of us go, and maybe our big guy here can stay for now.
All right.
If it's safe to come up, we'll signal you. We're whispering.
It's
All
best
right.
to leave me as a bodyguard. And if
I-
something
I-
happens,
I-
can save you.
I agree. You should be like at the door, at the grate.
Let's go up.
It's the plan then. It's settled.
I'm casting
Good
on
luck.
myself invisibility, and we'll
Mhm.
just go from there.
Alright, okay. So climbing up, you're all being as quiet as you possibly can without really knowing what you're being quiet for, therefore no stealth check. You reach the top of the grate and realize that you're not in a city. Oh, sorry? You're doing something?
I'm gonna cast it on Kanan, actually, because I have 2 level 2 slots, so I can cast invisibility twice, potentially. So I'm gonna cast it on Kanan, and then if I need to, I'll cast it on myself. Is that okay?
All
Okay.
right. All right.
Am I interpreting this correctly?
Right, okay. Let me just make sure. I need to
I marked
double
one
check it.
level 2 slot thing.
Yeah. I just need to make sure it's not a concentration.
It's not.
That's the person what we've scored.
I can click on it if you want to see it.
Disadvantages. No, it's just made a condition and it doesn't say anything about that. Take rolls good. Alright, okay, no, you
It
can still
tells
do
me to
things.
cast
Good.
it if I do an action. If I
Sure.
cast another magic thing, so I wouldn't be able to cast it on myself and then on Kanan because I would be then turn invisible. So I'm turning the order around. He's
Yeah.
invisible now, and I can be later.
Okay, cool. Just click on it so I have it in the chat. Who's casting Pass Without Trace, or was that just because you had it?
Nobody. I wanted to check it out.
Okay, got it. Right, okay. So you climb
It's
up
too
and out
expensive right now.
of the grate. The first thing you see is that you are not on the street as you first presumed. Looking up and over, you find yourself in a small room with benches lining the sides and a basin in the corner. The moment you enter the room, you're struck by how extraordinarily warm it is in here. It is completely unbearable, especially for those of you in armor. Heating torches along the wall keeps the room hot, and off to the side you see pitchers filled with water. You're standing in what is presumably a sauna for those of you who has familiarity with such things.
Mhm.
What do you choose to do?
I'm gonna
All right.
let our friend in on the abilities. I'm gonna tell our companion that our friend that was or can I cast it here so he sees? I can turn him invisible.
Yeah, sure, if you choose.
Yeah.
He looks at you like, that's a good ability to have. Just be aware that if it turns bad, that person will either be stuck here or have to run away. Just notice. No, be mindful, okay?
Okay.
And remember why we're here. He's raising a finger to all of you and looking at you one at a time. Remember, we're here to steal everything that looks valuable. Everything. Okay?
Yeah.
Paintings, anything. Art, steal everything.
Stop eating your chocolate.
Okay. No.
Okay,
Right,
so
okay.
we're both invisible, right? I'm burning it. Yeah. It should give us some kind of advantage.
It is concentration.
It isn't.
And
Oh,
invisibility.
it says concentration.
It does?
Duration. Concentration up to an hour.
Touch creature you touch. Oh, concentration
Oh,
up to 1 hour.
Concentration,
Fuck.
yeah.
I was looking it up as it was like a component thing, but it doesn't really matter.
No. It always says there on the duration.
No, it doesn't matter. I wasted it on. I didn't waste it. I used it on Kanan, so you have it.
Okay.
I'm going in as I am. So,
All right.
break voice.
All right. So, who's on the move?
I'm not going in
I'm
first.
just I'm gonna position myself into this pool of water, but quietly. I'm gonna make my way over to it quietly and position myself in this water so I'm getting a little bit cooler.
the water seems to be the source of the warmth. You find that very quickly.
I hopped out of the
Before
water.
you jump into it, you realize quite quickly, oh shit, this is warm. Probably don't do that.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stay where I was. I'll just hide over here.
I give him a thumbs up.
By the way, Carly, move Ayla away.
Where's Ayla?
I mean, you're using Ayla's
Oh, right,
token.
she's there.
Yeah,
I
I
see.
mean,
So actually, you can use the token
Yeah,
as
you can use the
the
token
final
from
guy.
Ayla if you want to. It makes
Who
things
use what?
user token as the thing, as the
As a
new
whole?
guy.
The fourth thief.
He's already there.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Oh,
Very tiny.
okay. Yeah. That's what she said. Huh. Okay.
Not to me.
All right. All right. So I'd like to check if I can see either through the keyhole or underneath the door or anything, or if there's a sort of a window on
Which
the
door?
doors. What?
Which door?
No, this one, for example.
Alright, okay. So you stop and lean up against the door and roll a perception check.
Come on. Natural 20. Good work.
So, listening against it, you expect to hear something. Like you can't tell whether or not you're inside or outside of this stage. And then you lean up against it. You hear how the sound in whatever is on the other side reverberates in a certain way, so you know you're in a it's a hallway of a sort. You peek down under the door frame, but it's too close to the ground to keep the moisture in and the heat, so you find nothing. But just from the way that sound functions, you're pretty sure that there's no one out there, and you're in some sort of hallway.
All right. I'd like to check this one.
Okay, same check really. This room much larger. It seems like something. Oh, sorry, you get to keep the check.
Another natural 20.
Oh,
God
well, no,
damn
it doesn't matter then. So you find that on the other side, you hear it as a much larger room where echo. Just you tap the door once, and you hear how the echo reverberates around the room. It is much larger. It seems to be more or less barren, empty of anything and anyone. You hear the trickle of water in there, so your best guess it's some sort of bath room. No, it's too close. It's a closed room of a sort.
I'm gonna
But again, you find that by your best estimate, there's no one in there.
Can I do a divine sense?
Yes, you can. Give me that
Nice.
real quick.
Does that work on objects or just?
Yeah, it works on objects too. Objects that have been consecrated or desecrated. So if there's a holy or an unholy item in there, you'll know it.
Well, strong evil, like an extra above good wings. Goody.
60 feet. Nice.
Occasional.
Awesome.
Yes.
1 plus charisma. You can do it like 4 times.
In place or object that's been consecrated or desecrated. That's the hollow spell. Yeah. Alright, okay. So you all see how Randall just stops, closes his eyes, and opens them again. Your best estimate is that there's no source of great evil or good per se, and particularly nothing undead, which would be extraordinarily familiar to you. You find it's curious because generally when you have experienced this in the vicinity of great evil, it is just a sort of clear indication there's something there. It is just this predetermined knowledge that you seem to have. But here it is sort of this grey matter that casts a shroud over your perception in an easterly direction. But you can't really tell
Easterly.
specifics. So it's
To the right.
it is there. There's something wrong, but not particularly evil, just off.
There's something I have to point out, Carly.
Mhm.
I think there's an armored guard name.
Ah!
Oh my
Those
god,
things-
I completely missed
actually-
that.
He's right there.
Wow.
That's interesting. They do that. Why on earth would it do that? Oh well, fuck it.
You could hide his name. temporarily. Just turn
Yeah.
click on him and hide him.
Well, I mean, you've seen
Well,
him,
my
so-
version
but
is
I'm
breaking
I'm
them.
aware of the fact that apparently tokens now carry names. I assume tokens and names would be tied together, so if you couldn't see the token, you couldn't see the name. Because that would be logical. But
Well, the characters don't know that he's there, so.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
By the way,
it's fine. It's fine.
Maybe it's
I
armored
wanna
bench.
He's now somewhere else. I've hidden him.
Oh, good. I just want to tell my good buddies I sense something foul in an easterly direction, roughly within 60 feet of us. There you go. That's all I can tell them because I don't know where it is.
I'm just gonna open this door next to me.
oh fuck.
Slowly.
Well,
Really slowly.
Alright. So you roll a stealth check. I'm guessing you open it sort of like. "Ooh."
Yeah, very slowly.
Okay, stealth check.
Is what? Oh, I have it. Okay, never mind.
That's a skill.
Yeah, got it. Yay!
Right, so you peek open the door. It doesn't the hinges don't give. So you open up and you look inside and you quickly turn your head left and right, looking for anything that could be a threat to you. Looking into the room, it was more or less as Kane found it. It's a bathroom of some sort, a washing room, tubs of water placed against the western wall and benches line the rest of them. In the middle, you see some sort of religious symbol placed on the ground. But, well, if you are proficient with religion, those of you who have that ability, roll a religion check real quick.
wait.
Nice.
Oh, you can actually. All right, never mind.
Nice.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah. It appears familiar. It is not one of the ordained gods. You know this much, Ranel. They have distinct symbols, and you know all of them, even though you don't necessarily follow their religions. But this one is off. It is odd in many ways. It has distinct symbols that you don't fully recognize. It seems to be an offshot of a much more common religion. But this is not the same symbol that Hai Shen, the god of the seas, follows. It is different. You can't really define how different. It's just different. The lines are weird. The iconography is off. It seems to be done with precision and skill, but it's not correct.
This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies, chums. That symbol's not right. Something doesn't add up here.
I guess I understand what he means by that.
Yeah, you follow more or less the same line of thinking that this is just wrong. You are all particularly familiar with the sea to some extent or another, and you know the god Hai Shen is not considered a merciful god. He's considered a neutral god, if anything. He just he does his things, and people who die at sea, they're brought to the afterlife through his gates and all that bullshit. But he is not particularly evil or good. He just is. He is a state of fact like the sea. So when something appears wrong here, or appears off, or when it shrouds your vision of divine sight, Randall, then it is not Hai Shen particularly that does it. It's something else, and you can't define it.
What is this here?
I have a bad feeling about this.
This is it's basically just a carpet or a rock hung on a string, or not a string, sorry, a crossbeam, blocking off a curtain, sort of, yes. Blocking off a small section of the bath.
So I'm gonna ask our sneaky guy. Do you want to go for this room, or do you want to push to the right?
Hal peeks out and walks into the room, seeing it's empty. Looks around. There's basically nothing here. I mean, there's no statues, nothing of value, no paintings. I think we need to move on.
What about that curtain behind?
Can I check for this door again up here, see if anything's moving around?
Yeah, sure. Hal just runs up to it. I mean, he seems absolutely certain there's no one in here. He peeks in on the other side and reveals by pulling the curtain to the side that this is just... It's a small private bath for whatever reason. It's like, there's nothing here.
Okay.
He runs back to you. So you peek under that door. Did you peek it open?
No, peek. Like, I'm just listening out, see if anything's walking around on the other side of it.
Make a perception check.
Can I take make a sketch of the thing?
Yeah, sure. You make a quick sketch. It's not overly. I mean, the iconography is off and whatnot, but it is something you can do fairly easily. So you make a quick sketch. It's rough at best, but you have something. Just note it down. So you do a perception check and you do a quick listen, but it's just like Kanan, you didn't really hear anything that struck you as being made by people, at least.
Okay, can I sneak into the next room just to move between doors, if you know what I mean? So like that.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. So, all of you can do a collective stealth check at this stage, if you want to, and you will keep it for the foreseeable future. Goodie.
Are you?
I have disadvantage, remember, as
Yeah.
well, so I'm disadvantaged.
Fuck! What's with the 20s?
Oh, you're disadvantaged a lot. Goodie.
Yeah, I'm disadvantaged stealth because I'm in heavy armor.
But I have
Okay.
advantage because. Come
And then I'll run for Hal. Give me a second.
on, Rug Buddy.
Uh,
Raise our average.
Oh, you can just do this. Oh, that's interesting. Cool.
Fuck it, what's with my rolls?
Ooh.
Goodie. Okay.
Way too close.
So you also crouch down and make ready for whatever, and sort of like keep yourselves to the walls and try to guide each other by indicating with thumb and finger, and just otherwise lowering your voices. So you all collect yourselves in this room here. Kanan, you're up against the door. Hal is next to you, looking at you, sort of like looking for.
Kanan is invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You are invisible. Right. In that
Yes.
case, you're not there.
What?
I mean, he is.
In that case, he's not there. He's here. He's. I suppose he was trying to walk towards the door and then found something that's like bumped against you. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm here.
go on then.
Yeah, you should go first. You're invisible.
Alright, one thing I'd just like to take a sneak peek under the door.
Okay. Same thing as the other. This door is very, very tight fitted for the purpose of keeping air and also keeping the heat in. So looking under the door, and there's no keyhole. It's just a door on both wave hinges. So you have no real opportunity to look out of it per se.
Alright, guys, what do you think? Where should we go? By the way, Hal, do you know anything about this place?
Hal just looks up and he's like, I know nothing. I know it is wealthy. I know it is massive. I know the people here, some of the richest I've ever heard of. And there should be good magic stuff all over the place. But that's it. We've never been here.
Okay, let's
I mean, this was something we saved for when some idiots came around so we could throw them at it. And if they came up with money, good. If they died,
Well,
but the investment is too big, so now I've been sent here.
You're one of the
Brilliantly.
idiots. I just want to point that out. Let's go.
Nah.
Alright.
You're invisible.
Alright, fuck it. Wanna go? Let's fucking go through the door.
I'm waiting.
I try to sneakily open it.
Is there?
Do you
Alright,
want to
okay.
wait here, boys?
Can I?
Hmm?
Yeah. Can I stay here so I'm not visible from the hallway? Or do I
Yeah,
have to
everyone
Yeah.
just kind of lines up against the wall.
Yeah.
Rattle, move away from the side. By the way, numbers 7 and number 8, are those like pillars?
No,
room number?
they're just tokens. The room numbers
Okay.
or something else.
Okay. Alright, so opening the door.
Okay, so you peek it open. You did the same thing as last time. You slowly open it open. You squeeze yourself out into the hallway. So looking out, you see let me just do this right. You see a massive hallway leading down to one side and the other. Standing in the corner of it, you find that you are in a much bigger section of a house. You have the distinct feeling that actually, let's do it like this. There's a large hall off to the right, maybe like an auditorium of a sorts. And along the walls to your right, also to your left, you see doors in at intervals. And where the two guards are positioned, you see two very broad doors leading into some sort of room which obviously you have no good line of sight on.
This one?
Yeah.
Alright.
Remember, Shaz, there was an item of some evil only 60 feet east from the sauna.
Oh, like in the room.
Wait, isn't it this thing?
Yeah, 60. It's within 60 feet of.
All right, so it's pretty close. All right,
So it's probably around here.
it could be anywhere. All right. One thing. First of all, I let them know what I see,
Mhm.
and after that, I slowly.
Can you scout
Take
up
a-
ahead and then let us know
Uh,
once you reveal?
Exactly. I slowly take a step around.
Right, okay. So you run up to the side there. Give me a second. This will take me a
Mhm.
short moment. No.
No.
You get about this look here. And to make sure this is done right. Right there. It's about what you can see.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle, you see a man who is, by any standard, much larger than any of the others. He appears more massive. He is well armed in something that looks like plate mail or half plate mail. It's difficult to tell. It is ramshackle. It seems as if he is, in every sense of the words, just not comfortable in the setting. He doesn't seem as shiny as the others. The armored guards you see in front of you are clad in perfectly polished steel. Their arms and weaponry are shine through the brim, and the guards next to you are, though not nearly as well maintained and not nearly as well trained, just by the way they hold themselves, the way they maintain their posture, they are still seemingly well equipped. And in the middle of all that, you see this captain who appears a bandit of sorts, and he seems out of place, but he just stands there almost ceremoniously.
All right. I slowly walk over here. Do the same thing.
So you sneak off to the side. You look down the hallway and you see it's a mirror match of the one you came from. But down at the end, 2 guards are blocking one door.
All right. Run back.
Yep.
All right, guys. First of all, there's a lot of guards
Okay,
in
you
this
don't
house.
have to. I mean, it's gonna take forever. You repeating the DM's
Yeah.
words.
All right.
Just yeah.
There's
let's just
there's
say,
a lot of guards.
Yeah, you let us know.
Yeah,
You want to try the hallway you first peeked in?
This one?
No, I mean, you go either way. I was thinking this one.
No. Actually, yes, we could try that. However, I'd like to go here and do a sneak peek under the doors.
Go for it.
Right, okay. You peek under the door, and this one is much less fitted, just due to the fact that
the south one.
The southern one, yeah, okay, good. So this one is not nearly as tightly fitted as the other two. You look inside and find that it's leading into some sort of kitchen. There's a lot of activity in there. You don't get a perfect view, but pretty much as much. A lot of people running around, maids in certain dresses, and you see the kitchen staff as well. And one guy got off to the side, and you can hear how he's poorly flirting with one of the girls. You're like, yeah, so kitchen, eh? That's a job. That's a good job. And the girl who's clearly not having it's like, yep, make some money, and then turns her back and runs off with a loaf of bread.
Fucking hell. All right, the second one?
You open it up after hearing nothing for half a second and find that it's a toilet of sorts. Nothing much of interest in here and no activity at the time.
All right, can I take a shit? Kidding.
No.
All right. All right. I run back to the guys.
Yep.
And I say that so far everything over here looks way too much for us to be stealthy. So it's guarded too well.
Okay.
If we're not to raise any ruckus, that's not the way to go. I advise we try this one.
Okay. Go for it. Same
Alright.
shit.
So you open it up after having all of you have heard nothing from it. So you just open it up and peek out, and you see it's a hallway leading off to one side, and where you came from, and then 2 doors in front of you leading into smaller rooms. By your best guess, considering the large room in the middle of the house.
All right. Wait, is this a door?
Yes.
All right. I do the thing.
You run up to it and do a perception check.
We're now on doing the thing, are we?
Do the thing.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Nice.
Oh, fuck me.
Holy shit.
So you put your hand on the handle and you freeze for a second and realize that the handle is much colder than any of the other doors you've touched. So your best guess is that this leads to the outside. You see how the door also appears more weathered. It is a much browner shade of this tree brown oaken color, as if it's not been well kept. And outside, leaning up against it and listening, you hear this sort of muffled cough of one guard.
All right. All right. So I'd like to open the door slowly.
Mhm.
So just push it open
Mhm.
and slowly run back here.
Okay, so you put your weight on the door handle and you squeeze it down and push it open, and you see how the door sort of opens up, taken by the draft, and you peer outside. And on the side, you see one guard, like, hearing that, looking back towards the door, like, hello? Okay. Fucking ghost, I'm telling you. And off to the side, you hear another guard appear, appear and go like, "That's like fucking, just shut the door," and just close the door behind them again.
All right. Just a second.
Spear. Concentration, 10 minutes. Ritual spell.
Right.
And it would take you 10 minutes to cast.
What? I cannot do rituals.
Oh.
Not yet.
Ah.
With spear,
Guys,
when you choose.
doorbell just rang. Give me a second.
What? Okay.
You said give him a second.
Yeah, it's fine. So, are we
How
thinking...
long does your stealth last, by the way?
Mine? It's an hour.
He will have a clock on. Just to let you know, he will be keeping time.
Okay. But
All right.
I have...
I'm being serious. He will keep time, and if you go over that time, he will call you out on it.
Okay, but I have no idea about time perception.
We probably spent like 10 minutes.
Every turn is supposed to be like 30 to 60 seconds. So, bearing in mind we've taken about 6 or 7 turns now. We're about 6 or 7 minutes in.
Oh, well, we have 60.
So yeah.
So far, 60.
Yeah, you do, but obviously he's counting every single door open as a turn, or he should be doing it. So
Okay. So we're pretty sure that, like, nothing interesting is here, right? There's a kitchen area. There's probably...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
You
our main target is here in this.
Yeah, there's an item within 60 feet in that direction.
Yeah.
So it could be in that room, but it could be.
Yeah, the thing is, considering that the outside is over here, this is probably going to be like the first corridor in the house.
Also,
You know?
there are stairs
Yeah.
here, so you might want to go upstairs and check it out.
Yes, I've thought about that, but I first wanted to check the other rooms.
Now, is that a
On the-
base or is that an upstairs?
I think
as
it's
well?
basement, just because it's
Basement.
leading down, but I could be wrong. It could be leading up, actually.
I actually think it's leading up. Makes sense because the stairs are getting bigger.
You
Meaning
are
that they're
invisible, so
getting
you
closer.
have absolute liberty to go about. We're perfectly
Mhm.
fine where we are. So, gathering intel and giving us the layout is a huge thing. Especially if you can get back here, I can cast invisibility again and give you an extra hour just to loot. So,
Yeah.
take your time.
All right. One other thing, the amount of guards in here makes me think that there's not so much magical like enchantments or something like magical defenses, if I could say that.
Oh, you think guards are enough to guard whatever it is?
I do. The thing is, the owner of the house is probably gonna be like, all right, I got a shit ton of guards. I don't need to do any.
Makes sense. But this is ground
The
level.
rooms of interest. The rooms of interest. This one over here.
Yes, because it's
Mhm.
guards.
Upstairs, and this one over here, because there's lots of guards there.
I agree.
All right.
Also, there's some archers and more guards in here. So that's probably actually the main hallway, because it's got a fountain.
Yeah.
Okay, good thinking.
This is probably like just a back garden or a porch or
Yeah,
something.
back exit.
Yeah, I
So-
agree.
But like this,
One-
this looks like a main entrance.
2, 3, right?
I don't see what you're showing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
room 1 to
All
check,
right.
room 2 to check out, and room 3 to check out. But I don't know how you'll check out room 2.
No. We'll just walk upstairs, avoiding them.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I meant by thinking that. I mean, go up the stairs and have a look.
You have plenty of
All
time.
All right.
As long as you get
I
back.
don't know how you'll check that though. I have no idea how you'll check that.
Neither do I.
Even being invisible, I don't think we'll get
Maybe
past
you
2
can
guards.
cast silence and then try opening the door. That might help you.
Yeah, but they'll know you. They'll know you're there.
Oh, it will dispel it. Right?
Well, they won't dispel it, but they'll
They're not gonna dispel it, but they're gonna notice the
That's
silence.
come up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My invisibility
Uh,
also.
There we go.
counts.
Apologies.
All right.
All good, man. It gives
Okay.
us a chance to chat,
Mm-hmm.
come up with a plan.
All right. So, what I'd like to do is go all the way around and actually try to. All right.
Take your pick.
I'd like to squeeze through the captain and the guard.
Okay.
Take a look here.
Right. Okay. So you
Here.
basically just have free run of the place to a certain extent, at least.
Mhm.
Occasionally, you see 1 or 2 guards sort of lean up and look in your general direction as you run past, just as if they've heard something or noticed a presence, but not to an extent where they spot you. But you do notice that you are being sensed, at least. So stop in there, peeking around. Actually, you can probably see this as well. Give me a second. There, so there. You see how these windows off on the side lead off or peer off into some sort of garden to the very far right. In this area here, you see 2 guards standing in front of the captain. Again, they seem slightly smaller and not nearly as well equipped as the armored guards, not in plated armor. And you see 2 guards with crossbows standing off to the side, just leaning against the wall.
All right. I'd like to go up.
All right. So you run up the stairs. God damn it, there's a lot of revealing here.
It would be a big
Supposed-
move for me to just dispel it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the thought has come across my mind.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Do what?
Nothing.
Okay. Go for it. Oh, right. The invisibility. Oh, that would be
Yes.
funny. Go for it. You fucking do that.
Don't.
So if you get here, I'll drag you off to the side. So
Yeah.
look to the far right. There you see it. Good.
Mhm.
So running up the stairs and off to the side, you see one broad hallway, and armored guards blocking off the sides, and ranged guards with crossbows peering out through these slits in the wall. None of them appear as if they're not built for windows. They're not broad and open and meant to let light in. They are constructed in such a way to be shot out from and not shot in through. It seems this building has some inbuilt defenses.
All right. Where are these 2 guards looking at?
Just
Private
leaning up against the wall, looking up and down and all around, everywhere else and you, because there's not much for them to do outside of standing there and keeping things from.
So I can imagine trying to open this door is not an option.
I don't know.
All right. One thing. this
It's a floor.
not the floor, but is there anything around this, or is it like a dome?
It is basically a dome, and looking up, you see this big glass velveted ceiling. But on the walls themselves, no, they're just thick marble walls all the way around.
All right. I go back down.
Okay,
This
running
music-
back down.
This background sounds like ticking of a clock.
Is this music?
It sounds like
Should be
clock
louder.
ticking.
There's some clicking in the music. Change to something else. Do-do-do-do.
No, it
Magic music.
reminds us of the time thing. So
Oh, well, that was intention, so
All right.
I'm leaving it then.
I'd like to go back to the guys,
Okay.
tell them about what I've seen
you can
upstairs.
just go
Yep.
forward all the way to one end. You don't have to run back and forth all the time. You're
I-
wasting time.
I want to, because I'm not doing this by myself.
Did you check the
Alright.
room downstairs?
Oh, by the way, Carly, is
Hmm?
this going upstairs or to the basement?
Well, these are just two doors here.
No. This over here
The kitchen.
in the kitchen.
Oh, another marker. That leads upstairs as well.
Okay. I'd like to go there.
Right, so you run up and off to the right side again. You look up and you see it is essentially just sort of this cluttered room of storage. It does, however, give you just
fuck.
walking around it. You see there's two maids up there, just like washing the clothes, and one of them doing the dishes. But walking around the room, you see that looking at one of the windows, you are in some sort of a gated what do you call it? A gated mansion, so to speak, where the ceiling of the kitchen underneath is outside of you. The window, or rather the slit in the wall, is large enough for you to crawl in and out of if you absolutely had to, but it is somewhat limited, so someone stuck here like Randall might have an issue. And to the right, you see the windows there peer out into an auditorium, underneath which you find the other guards looking down. Jesus, that's annoying. This fucking reveal option is shitty. So you have a better view down towards the ranged guards and all that on the bottom floor.
All right. I'd like to squeeze. All right. First of all, is there anything interesting in the room?
I think the
Right here.
reveal
This room
option is
here,
great.
no. It's a storage
so-
room of sorts.
Alright,
You find some clothes are being washed. You see one fine dress off to the side that might be valuable, but not really.
All right. I'd like to go
Like real time invisible?
squeeze through the window.
Real time? 23 minutes?
Yeah, can I get a little bit of clarity from you, Cookie? You
Yeah.
might not want to reveal this, but it's just more for the rest of this game when we carry on from this. Are you using real time for concentration, or are you considering a turn 30 to 60 seconds and then doing it from there?
No, I'm trying to keep it according to what he's managed to achieve. So I would keep this at like 15 minutes at the very most, I think it's been spent.
Oh, so I was about right then when I said it before that we're about
Yeah.
to.
So are you doing things in the chat? Sorry, I'm having problems multitasking and
Yeah.
reading the chat as well. But yeah, I would say around 15-20 minutes now.
Okay, so so long as I'm sensible and base it on effectively like a 60-second turn thing, everything he's trying to do, then it's based.
Yeah, I mean, you can always ask. I'll try to give you the best estimate, but I would say currently yet 20. Let's say 20 minutes. I think is about fair.
Oh, okay, fine. Good, thanks.
Good luck.
All right. What's over here?
So you peek into these rooms here, and you find that it seems your best guess is that these are guard quarters, and a larger bedroom. Maybe more of an isolated room, so to speak. But this in here leads you to believe that with the many beds shared, it's probably a sort of guard quarters.
Mm-hmm. All
So
right.
let's just do this, assuming that you'll peek in through the windows.
Yes.
So I don't have to do polygon rules.
I love the reveal
Uh,
of this.
By the way, is the revealing thing like a drawing or?
Hmm?
Like, do you draw an area?
No, it's a polygon, so I click points and then I remove that section.
Oh, okay. All right.
You
Yeah,
just
I
clean
got
it
it.
beforehand.
Clean. I said we just clean the shit up actually while you do that.
All right. I try to. Can I squeeze in through here?
Yep. Okay, so
Through the
you
thing,
squeeze it. You
Yeah.
walk through the room, and you in this area here, but due to it being guard quarters, you find very little of value.
Mhm.
You go through the beds and like find shit next to the beds, and you find like knickknacks, a few items, but nothing you find worth stealing particularly.
All right.
You peek in under the door, which is also high enough for you to peek under. You scan the
Mhm.
room, and you find that there's nothing in it, or at least no feet. You look into a living room of sorts, or a quarters where they meet and where the guards they seem to have their own live-in section, and this was probably it.
All right. All right. Ryan went to take a piss.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. This is stressful.
And at any point you want to start looting.
What? All right. Are there? Oh, by the way, can I get into this room and check the cupboards over here?
Yep. So you start scanning the room and like do a perception check real quick. Or rather, it's an investigation because it's not what you can see; it's what you can find.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. Holy
Nope.
shit.
That's it.
You are.
Cupboard.
You've been
fucking
running around
blind.
this house for a while, and you are stressed because being invisible while everyone else is still there and seeing people but remaining unseen is weird as fuck. You keep wondering when you're being discovered. So when you finally do start losing, you just pull out one and go like, "Oh nope, nothing here. Nope, this is full of napkins and shit," and you just like shove it back close. And you look around the room.
Are the napkins used?
No, it's just
What a
white
question.
cloth.
That's great.
They seem unused.
Racing station.
You look around the room, it's like, I don't know.
If they are used or not.
I suppose that's what you do on a natural one. It's like, are these napkins used? I don't know. Maybe you shove some in your pocket. You steal 2 napkins.
Fuck me. One thing. All right. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna go down there. And, first of all, I'm gonna check this room.
Yep. All right. Okay. So you jump in the window and you start quickly looking around and do an investigation check.
Roll a natural 20.
It's gonna be a 1.
You already did one. See?
Man, it's a 20.
Natural
Fuck
20.
me.
I told you.
So
Can somebody keep count, please?
That's the third one.
So you start scanning the room, and you quickly realize that this is more about not what you can fit in your pockets, but what you can find of value that isn't in cupboards and whatnot. So you start looking at the walls, and you quickly find that on the wall opposite the bed is a large 2 by 2 meters square painting that seems to resemble the captain standing in the foyer down below, and it is extraordinarily well done. Looking down the bottom right corner of it, you find a name that you seem to recognize. You're not entirely sure, but your best guess, according to what little you know of art, this was done by someone probably sort of famous, maybe.
A lot of maybes.
All right. Well, fuck it. I just take note of that because I absolutely cannot take it anywhere.
Why can't you take it?
How could I take a 6 by 6 feet painting
You roll
with
it up.
me?
And
What?
shove it in your pants, in your backpack, whatever. You can roll up the thing.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
right.
that the frame is half of the worth.
It's not
Put
serving.
it out of
The
the
frames are tiny.
Generally, I will let you know this. Generally, what you do is you cut it out of the frame,
Yes, you
and
can
you
You
just
see?
absolutely do.
Yeah, you see? There we go. I was right. Cut it out of the frame and roll it up.
Yeah, roll it.
All right. All right, then I'm gonna do that.
Mark up a
okay, so you
valuable
take a
thing.
knife and you drag it along the edge of the frame, and you leave some fabric behind, but you take the vast majority and you roll it up and you shove it in your backpack. It is fairly heavy though. Canvas is not a light material, so note down 20 pounds worth of canvas.
Ooh.
Fuck me.
How's your carry weight?
My carry weight is not that good, I think.
It's
Wait.
strength based, so
Where do you actually find that? It's actually a really good
it's
question.
calculated. It's strength times something times something. It's stupid. All I know is
Yeah, but
I
is it
have,
actually on the? Is it actually on the character sheet?
yeah,
Or is it somewhere else?
yeah, total weight.
Where?
I have
Oh, total weight. Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, I have 120 pounds.
But the total weight just changes when you add to it. How do you actually know what your maximum is?
Oh, I don't know. It's calculated.
All right. So you.
I've just added it, and the total weight didn't change. Fuck it.
No. You have to add an item. Add equipment, and on the right side there's a column with numbers. You add weights to that.
Oh,
Yeah, so you just
I added weight.
Yeah.
I actually added weight on the.
On the right side.
Mhm.
So just type in 20 and type painting or whatever.
Sorry.
While you're doing
One
that,
thing.
Carly,
All right.
So okay, I was looking it up. So
I have a lot of shit components for my spells, and it's just making this list huge. Anyway, I can condense
you
this.
shouldn't note them down individually because they don't really have a weight unless they're specified. That would just be your
I'm gonna
your
move
magic.
it on the notes section. Move the components to the notes section because this is
Yeah,
just
okay.
ridiculous. But
No,
I'll
you
do
don't
that
have to.
later.
You don't need to keep them in an item list.
Yeah.
They don't weigh anything per se.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so the way it works is your strength score determines the amount of weight you can carry. So the following, where you left, your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15.
Yeah, something like
This is the max weight.
All right.
So it's just your
My
strength score.
score is 0.
Yeah, and not your modifier, your score.
Score 8. No, my
Oh.
is 8.
So it's the number times by 15.
Yes.
Oh,
Holy crap! I can carry 240.
Jesus Christ.
fuck it hell.
I'm only carrying 91. Bring it to me.
I mean, you can definitely do that. Yeah.
So your
For
strength
some reason, I thought that you can carry like 50 pounds.
No.
No.
Backpack.
My strength is 16, so 16 times 15 is 240.
You're gonna be our mule.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a donkey, aren't I?
All right.
So yeah, note that down. 20 pounds of canvas.
Yes, I did.
Got it.
Goody.
Go.
I just put it at painting.
Awesome.
All right. What about this room?
So you do a perception check.
Natural 20. I'm calling it right now.
Oof.
Okay, that was a dodge.
Looking under the door, you peer into something that just seems like a very chill living room with pillows on the floor, one carpet, and on the side of them you see occasional vases and ceramics lining the wall, but nothing of interest per se.
Oh, nothing interesting? Okay.
Not at first glance, at least. Actually, I'm realizing you would have looked across the wall here, so you probably seen this as well.
Okay. The thing is there any way from... Where is my token? Oh, yeah. Is there any way for me to maybe scale?
Yeah,
this
you can
wall
climb.
over here?
You can just climb it.
All right.
So you climb down. Am I understanding this correctly?
No. Without climbing down. For example, if there's part of the wall just sticking out.
Oh, you can always
along
climb.
this wall.
You can just climb it. It's no problem. Or you can climb on top of the roof and walk across it.
Can I?
Sure, of course you can.
Awesome.
Right, so do an athletics check.
Fuck, I'm gonna break my neck.
You break your neck.
Right, so it's only a good 6 feet up. So you jump up and run on top of the roof, essentially putting yourself like here, but on top of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay. Where are you going?
Oh, here.
Right, so you run over and from the top. I mean, how the fuck am I gonna do this?
Can I see? All right. The thing is, can I
okay, we'll do this.
Can I spot like a terrace somewhere?
Give me a second.
All right. Ayla. Why am I over there?
Hey.
Why is there two of me?
Oh, right. Because I need to keep spares in case shit happens, so I leave them up here. Now I'm just leading you.
Oh,
Keep
Oh.
spares.
oh.
Of course, I've got all tons of shit out here in the margins that I'm using.
In case we lose ourselves.
Well, in case you delete yourselves, or in case I delete you.
I think that you and I, Lou, should interrogate Mr. Hall over here as to what we're actually in, because this is not a normal mansion, right? This is clearly something else.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
extremely
telling us?
well guarded.
I want to quietly intimidate young Mr. Hall over here and see if he can spill any more information about this place.
I'm getting flashbacks.
Okay. What do you say to him?
I'm going to quietly pull him over to me, quietly. Cause
Yeah.
Quietly. 15 times.
I'm just gonna
But it's
say,
quietly.
Excuse me, Master Hall. What is this place? There's strange religious symbols on the wall. There's multiple armored guards. This is no rich man's mansion. Where are we? And I'm going to give him a nasty look and shake my fist at him.
He peeks up at you, not really entirely sure how to feel about it. I'm honestly not sure. This is as foreign to me as it is to you. It's the biggest house on the island. I know this much. I know rich people live here, but we've never seen them in town.
What do these rich people do?
I couldn't tell you. I honestly don't know.
Then how do you know about this place?
The house, you can see it from miles away. It's huge.
What made you want to rob this place specifically?
It was huge.
No, I don't believe him.
Do
Make
you
an insight
believe-
check.
Yeah. Can I assist to that? I'm listening to this, right?
Sure, yeah, of course. Yeah, you're still there, so... Yeah, well, in that case, assist gives him advantage.
Okay, let's
So
do
you
that.
get 17 instead.
Yeah.
It's just to avoid all the rolling and fudgery.
Yeah.
That's how assisting generally works. So 17. So you hold him by the scruff of the neck, by the collar, and you just look at him. He appears to know as much as you do, and when he says it's large, therefore we want to steal from it, he seems fairly earnest. There's nothing in his demeanor that seems to give away the notion that he's lying to you, at least intentionally.
So while our guy is rummaging upstairs, can we make this at the same time?
Of course, yeah,
okay.
yeah, obviously.
So we're not wasting out of Kanan's time.
No.
Okay. So.
I mean, if you have other things you want to do while he's doing that,
Yeah.
of course, it's not like you're meant to sit there entirely. I did not foresee the fact that you would make one guy invisible and make him do all the work.
I want to.
How do you feel?
I was probably like going at the top of the roof for like a couple of minutes, so
Yeah, so-
probably 5 to 10 minutes. So you have like 5 to 10 minutes to
Ryan,
catch up.
Oh, shit.
You're
okay.
the only person on Discord in Discord history that I have over 100%.
Huh?
Oh, really? What?
Yeah,
Because I'm so
you're
quiet.
on 125 for me.
I can't make it any better. It's the laptop, I think.
Yeah, the only thing that increases is static. Yeah, I can't hear you any louder.
It's weird. I'm having limited problems hearing you. It could be louder, but it's fine. As long as
I mean,
everything else is fairly quiet.
I can
Oh,
only
fuck.
do that. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I was just saying. I think it varies. So basically, you get all of the outside because you're walking around the top of the roof and looking down,
Yeah.
getting a good outline of the building. And that is what you can see.
Awesome.
Can I talk to Hall and ask him if he?
Oh shit! You can see
Peek.
look down into the garden as well.
Hall, can you peek into this room, get us info, and then come back? I'm curious to what is inside. Can you do that without being spotted?
He's just going like goes. He scoffs at you. Goes like, of course I can. Disappears off to the side, and you hear him rummaging for a second. Huh. Actually,
Please tell me he has invisibility.
give me a second. I'm trying to think. Right. Okay. He runs into the rooms, and you hear him rummage, not very quietly, but not very loudly either. You see him appear if you're peeking out this door here. You see him appear and run into the other one. Same thing. And then he returns. Like, yep, done.
Done what?
There's nothing.
do we get a description of the room? Does it reveal for us?
Well, I mean, in this case, all he really tells you, he looked at you and he's like, it's 2 storage rooms. There's basically fucking nothing in them. Some food.
Is he
Was
lying?
it? Insight check?
Come on, dice, don't fail me now. 20.
They didn't.
Yes, you piece of
20
shit.
plus his.
You don't get the line of me, bastard.
He seems to be lying. I mean, he seems... His posture is sort of defensive. He leans back a bit. He gives you a sort of arrogant glare. Like, there's nothing.
I'm gonna call for our friend. God damn it, Ranil. How do you say his name?
Raynal.
Raynal. Like anal.
Renal.
Raynal. Okay, I'm gonna call him and like, can you help me with our friend that seems to be lying to us about the other room? And I walk up closer to him.
The moment you start walking up closer, he backs up like, okay, fine. I found stuff. He pulls out a fishing net and some apples, and it's like, that's it.
Is that it?
Ryan fucked his mic up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you now.
You're
Oh,
fine.
okay, there we go.
Can you get closer
Okay.
and help me intimidate or shake this guy for what he has?
You don't want me to move. Remember, I got a 3 on a stealth check, and I make a lot of noise, so you do not want me to move from where I am.
Okay, so he pulls out apples. That's what you're saying?
He pulls out 2 apples in one hand and a fishing net in the other, and holds it up. Like, honestly, this is all I found.
Is he lying?
Insight check. Well, you had this. You had the old one, so it's fine. You just look. You look at him, and it's like when he holds those 2 things up. You should know. I mean, you look him up and down, and you see he's not really carrying anything else. He's not carrying a large backpack. There's nowhere else to stash things. So when he pulled out that was about all he had, probably.
Can I use another divine sense, please?
Yes, you can. So from your direction where you're pulling it, it seems that energy, that existence of something that you can't really define, seems to be emanating from this area here. Somewhere in this general area, but it's large and undefined, unlike what you generally experience.
Top floor or ground floor?
Ground floor, it's closer to the ground, so it's not that far away from you. So you've got 20 feet in the northeast direction.
You want to share with the class?
Anything else?
Yeah, I feel like we should take another look at that room because that apple thing. Can I take one of the apples?
Yeah, he holds out an apple for you. You take it.
Can I sneak into that room and join them? Because I can obviously hear them whispering.
Yeah.
So I joined the
And I'll shake him down quietly.
Just
Ding, 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 ding.
he instantly just raises his arms and like lets you do it, but glares at you angrily. It's like, I mean, even if I did find anything, and he whispers this intently at you, even if I did find anything, why can't I keep it? I stole it. You're here to steal. I'm here to steal. I stole things. If I did.
Yeah, but it's fine as long as we know what's going on. Don't lie to us. If you lie to us, it can be very dangerous. We can all die here.
Dude, I just don't
Yeah.
want to give you my stuff. Like, give me back
Where
my fishing
Robin
net.
Hood going on in here? You know Robin Hood, right?
He looks at you, he's like, who's this Robin character? What is this?
An elf. Long story.
Right. Well, he just looks at you, annoyed. He pockets the apple and starts folding up the fishing net and puts it back in his
Is there
backpack.
anything strange? Can I inspect the apple and fishing net? Is there anything interesting about it?
Looking it over, it seems like a fishing net, and that is definitely an apple. So
Nothing special.
At
no glow,
first-
no scent, no shimmer.
fishing nets do not generally glow. So outside of it appearing like a very clean fishing net, no.
Same thing about
But then
the
again, he
apple?
did find it in a cupboard. Same thing. It's a
Oh,
fine
wow.
apple.
I want to look in his pack.
I want to take a bite of that apple. Do you mind? I can ask
Hmm.
Paul. Do you mind? If
No, it's loud.
Hall just looks at you like as if you've become a runner. It's like, fucking eat the apple. There's tons in there. They're in a bag. Just go get your own apple.
Can I shake
Good
down his
idea,
pack?
actually.
Yeah, you look into his pack and you find what you generally expect to find in a halfling of that stature. an extra set of pants, some darker clothes than what he's already wearing, a thieves' tools kit, and a few other knickknacks for general adventuring, but nothing particularly interesting.
I want to take the spare pair of pants, please.
You cannot. Okay. But you can't. You know already you don't actually fit those pants. He's about half your size.
Yeah, but I still want them.
Alright, you pull out the pair of pants and he just looks at you like, what are you doing?
I've got a plan for them.
Right.
He has a plan, trust me.
I don't trust you at all.
Now I'm going to sneak off back over here.
Do you mind being
You
my...
people are insane.
Okay, granted. Oh, buddy, pal. Can you... Oh, what is that? Static. Ryan? Oof. Oh. Can you lead me into that room you were just in? And you and I can take a closer look. Because my friend here says there's something interesting there.
Fine. Let's go into the room then.
Let's go.
Both of you open up the doors. He's not even making any effort. He just steps into the room. Like, there's the apples. And in the bag next to you, you see that, yeah, absolutely. There's a bag filled with apples. Jesus.
Okay, I believe you. Let's go back. Can
Good
I
job,
take a look?
idiot. In the apple bag?
The chest here, or whatever this is.
It's a cabinet. You open up the cabinet and you see it's filled with fishing gear. You see fishing poles and tacks and whatever else you could basically expect to find. A lot of it is in very good condition and it is very well kept. For guessing that this is a wealthy household. If people were to have a hobby that included fishing, then yeah, absolutely
How
they would.
heavy is a fishing net?
The fishing net?
Fishing net.
I believe that's actually noticed. Fishing net, I don't believe it's more than 10 pounds, is it?
Just let me know.
No, it's about 20 pounds.
Shit, fuck that then.
Fishing nets are heavy.
No, I don't need it. That's
I
a
can
strong
carry it.
halfling. I'm gonna take the fishing net and give it to my friend there.
Right, okay. So you get a net. It's basically a weapon. You can note it down.
I mean, he can note it down. I'm giving
Yeah.
it to him. So, there you go. Early birthday present.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, buddy. What are you gonna get me?
I'd like to go.
My dick in your ass. 20 pounds, right?
It's 20 pounds.
It's too much for me.
Kenny, what are you doing?
20 pounds?
It's a shame.
Sorry?
I said your dick is 20 pounds? I mean to Ryan.
Fuck.
Rano.
You better believe it, yeah.
Yeah, I can't carry that, man. Sorry.
Kenny, what are you doing?
I'd like to go back.
Go back
All
to the
this
others?
back and forth.
Yes.
Man, it's just annoying.
Alright, so you run back over the roof and down and over, and you basically have to run at the place.
Mhm.
They don't seem to be moving much. Occasionally you see the guards shuffle around and take new positions, but that's about it.
Is it possible to take out these guards without other people seeing them?
All right, one thing. I'm back,
Yes.
and I try not to scare them.
Oh.
Since
You all
there's-
see the door open and go like, close again behind it.
All right.
Did you check? Did you check all the doors in the corridor? Because I didn't see this door move.
No.
No. It was too risky. I couldn't risk it. All right. So, listen up. The thing is, this place is fucking filled to the brim with guards.
You're invisible.
I am, but you're not. Also, me being invisible does not mean I do not move
Did you find anything up there?
objects like doors. Yeah, I actually have found a painting from a well-known painter, but I cannot seem to recall his name.
Okay. Do you mind giving it to our strong member of the party?
The back view of the group.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Feels like
you can take it.
micromanaging, but it gives you some leeway. Backboard.
All right, you can take it.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
All right,
Do I recognize The name of the painter.
I don't think it's important.
You recognize the name. He seems to go under some sort of synonym, or sort of a bucks something or other.
So I've been alive for 266 years. So do I know the name or not?
You know the name. You don't.
Have I seen any of his other work?
You're not seen his work, but you know the name, and the fact that you know the name in and of itself, due to your lack of interest in art itself, probably means that he's well known enough for it to be valuable. But a specific price is difficult to say. You need someone to give you a better estimate.
Can I whisper or indicate for Hall to come over, please?
Hall just kind of shuffles up. He still looks mightily annoyed at what's going on, but he shuffles up to you.
What do you think of this, halfling?
I think it's shit. It's a shitty painting.
Yeah, but the name, is it worth anything?
Oh, it's not my department. I need to talk to my dad for that.
You're the shittest thief in the world.
You, I'm extraordinarily good at stealing stuff.
We're doing all the
Well,
work
then
for
fucking
you.
steal something, you useless sack of shit.
Awesome, thank you. Bye. And he walks off. You see him turn off into the side and then out the door. Closes the door behind him and
I'm
he
gonna
stops
follow
there.
his ass.
You're following him?
Fuck me.
I mean, I was already here, right? I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're following him, okay.
In this
He stops at the door leading to the outside,
Oh.
and he has the same information you have.
Okay.
It's like, okay, so here's my idea. Instead of you idiots fumbling around, these guards are on their own, from what our illustrious friend is telling us. There's windows on every side leading into the other rooms. How about we just take them out and start using the windows?
I can put him to sleep.
Are you absolutely sure you can put them to sleep? Because I know how that spell works.
I can put one of them to sleep. I trust you can take care of the
And the other?
Can you?
I guess
Kill the other-
Randall and
take
I
care
do
of the
not
other
hear
one?
that.
Well, I mean, if you follow them, of course you hear them.
Alright, we can
I
do
mean,
that.
can you take care of the other one?
Maybe?
Okay, so I'll take the right one. If I cast it here, right, Carly, it's gonna hit just.
Well, if you cast it there, and it should only be friendly, or sorry, hostile creatures. So if you cast it here on the door,
Oh.
it's still gonna hit those two.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that because I wasn't sure how it works exactly, and I'm gonna burn.
How about try and click it, and we'll go through it again. Because I remember that being a problem last time as well.
If I click it, it's just gonna cast.
No, don't worry about that. We'll just ignore it. I just need the description.
There's no description.
That's because it's not set up correctly. All right, okay, fuck. But the thing is, what it does, it casts in an area of 20 feet. So if you hold it here and it goes 20 feet, this is, well, no, that's good. That's 20 feet. So it goes in a radius of 10 feet. So from here and 10 feet out in this area then, meaning only those two and only hostile creatures. So you roll the hit points, and that many hit points are creatures, meaning that if these two if one of them has more hit points than the others, then he goes last.
Yeah.
And it only works if you hit their max hit points currently.
So this was a level 1 cast, by the way. I just got 2 weights.
Yeah.
So I'm marking down 1 level 1 spell.
Oh, you have cast it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What was the dice roll? I didn't see it.
34.
34. All right, okay. He just looks at you before he had managed to plan it. You cast the spell. Same time, he opens the door and runs out to the side. You hear see how as he opens the door, one guard goes numb and just collapses on the floor, and he runs out, circles the other one. Actually, we need initiative at this stage.
I mean,
To turn the way surprise weapon
he
functions work.
that was only enough for 1 guard, really? Well,
That's initiative. Randall, give me initiative. And you know what? Fuck it. I'll be using A-less stat sheet for this because it's so much easier for me.
I click this and then initiative, right? Did I roll?
Yes. Here we go. Okay. So goody. So she goes there. he goes there. 19, 13. I like how you just cast it and be like, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, I'm getting it's back and forth thing. It's just not.
17, 19, goody. Right.
Bugbear.
So he's surprised for his round, meaning that he gets to go first,
And has advantage. No, has.
and he has advantage.
Yeah.
Goody. Okay,
Sneak attack.
so let's do. It is a sneak attack.
Is it an auto crit?
Yes, it is. As far as I remember, I need to play more rogues for this to work. All right, so he stabs him. Because I'm fiddling with this. Sneak attack.
18 plus 6
18.
plus 5.
So 11. That was his first action.
not 11.
Shorthand. What?
It's 11 total.
Yes. Sneak attack plus that. Okay, so I did not see this coming that quickly, so I'm less prepared than I should be. And slashes with his offhand, meaning short sword,
Another 11.
and another 11, cutting him to that. So that's his turn. Initiative round goes
I don't see crit damage here.
19, and that's Ranel then. After that.
I don't see crit damage
Okay.
in your roll.
You don't automatically crit, sorry. You automatically sneak. Critting only happens on... That's assassins have that as an offhand.
Oh, so this isn't assassinate.
No, assassin is something you pick at level 3. It's what's it called? Same thing as when you class something.
Subclass.
Yeah, subclass. Thank you.
So how much damage did you do?
He did 22.
And
Ranel.
the guard is still alive.
What do you
Okay. Yeah. I am going to. Sorry, I was measuring stuff.
Goody.
I am gonna. Which guy's asleep? This guy's asleep, right?
The guy to your right is asleep.
Okay, so he's asleep. So, in the interest of trying to stay quiet, I'll come out and I don't want to use Channel Divinity yet, actually. Okay, I'll just give him a good old
Bonk.
bop to the head, I think. But I'll here for now, and I'll just give him no, hang on. I'll use a bonus action first, since I seem to be able to cast as many spells as I damn well want. And I will just do Divine Favor as a bonus action, and then I'll take a main action to punch him in the face.
Do it.
It's clicking around. There we go.
Natural 20. No.
So, give me a second. You still have an advantage because he is surprised. It's not been his turn yet. Meaning you have 20, so that hits.
Does that mean damage is doubled? So you got 22?
No, that's only when you crit. When you crit, your damage is doubled.
Okay.
Yeah,
Advantage
so
is
I
when you
need
use-
to
No.
Better
I'm just
roll
asking in case he rolled
D4.
he rolled a natural 20. It would be doubled, right?
Oh no, it's the total is 20. If you mouse over it, you can see that he rolled a 1d20. He got something 15 plus 3 plus 2. That's why he got 20.
I rolled a
that's the hit.
D4 as well
I'm
for the
talking
radiant
about-
damage, by the way.
Add 3 to that.
Okay, guys, there's too much talking. What is the question about crits?
I was asking for the crit damage. In case he rolled a natural 20 there, the damage here would
right.
not be 11, it would be 22, right?
No,
It would be.
you only double the dice rolled. So if you mouse over it, you can see his bludgeoning damage was 1d8 plus 3. He rolled an 8, and then got plus 3 from his modifier.
So 8
So
times
what you
2.
double is always the... Yes, exactly. It's always the dice you double.
Okay.
And I rolled you the D4 for the extra damage too.
Actually, I don't know what this system does. There's one of two ways of dealing with crit damage. You either double the number you got, or you do twice the dice rolls. It kind of depends. It's what you want, to be honest. Generally,
it's
the
twice
DM makes
the-
that call when the game starts. I actually don't care. So I'll just default with what Roll20 does. Because it will automatically double damage on crits.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So
Good.
that's damage done by
So that's 11. Right, okay, so you see how Hall runs out the door the moment you cast your spell. You don't even have time to react before Randall shoots in front of you, follows Hall intuitively, and you hear this muted as something just hits skin. And Randall, looking down, you see, I don't know, how did you do this exactly?
Blunt.
What do you mean?
How did you aim to kill him?
Well, no, I'm aiming to knock him out. I'm just hitting him on the, like, sort of I'm hitting him on, like, the side of the head.
Right,
That
okay.
makes sense.
So you just turn your weapon around and you blunt him at the side of the head while he's still reeling from the 2 attacks aimed at his abdomen from the halfling. You reach in and try to grab him before the armor hits the ground. Roll an athletics check real quick for me.
Can
Goody. Actually, I suppose Hall is helping here because he's standing to the side, so strictly speaking, you have advantage. Both of you reach in to try and grab him from falling, so to avoid the armor hitting rock and making absurd amounts of noise. So both of you, just between you, grab him and then slowly put him down to the ground, and you look down to Hall. It was basically like, what the fuck? Arms out to the side, mouthing at you loudly. The guy next to you, the guard, is still there, sleeping loudly. And you hear the muttered voices of people off to like 15 feet to your side in that bigger room. But it seems like just from the way they talk, they haven't heard you.
Okay, get them inside.
It's still my turn,
Yeah.
so can I go over
Go out
here
of
and just
com-
peek through the window, please?
You're out of combat now, so you can do as you like.
Okay.
So
Then yeah, I want to come over here and just take a quick peek through the window.
Okay.
Okay, do a stealth check with disadvantage.
You already have my roll. You said.
Yeah, I know, but that was for running around the house trying to be stealthy. This was for something else entirely. You know, you didn't know you had to roll for that, so I will let you retcon that situation.
Good, man.
Okay, thanks. Right. In fact, yeah, I'll do a sensible idea. Can I grab the knocked out guard and I'll try and pull him backwards into this room here?
Yeah.
There's
Easily.
a minute until he
Yeah.
wakes up. We need to secure him. Tie him up and
Right,
gag him.
okay. So you pull this guard in here, and he is basically out cold for the foreseeable future. You leave him there.
I'm gonna pull
What do you
the
do?
other guy as well, and we're gonna tie him
Yeah.
up and gag them.
Yeah. Right, okay, so he's not making any effort to resist you here, so you basically just instantly tie him up. If you have any rope or whatever, I would suggest using that. Otherwise, you can see what you can find to do it
Can I
with.
use the fishing net from this area?
Mhm. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the
I have
fishing-
rope.
I mean, fuck it, fishing net.
Yeah. So I'll take the fishing net out of my pack then. There you go.
I'll,
All right.
Right.
Well,
No, I was
while
thinking
they're doing
not
that,
wasting-
I'm scanning the room.
not wasting
Okay,
our own
so-
resources. I want to use the one that it's here, right? Fishing net.
Okay.
But I
Okay,
see how
so-
it can be useful. Either way, it's fine.
No, you use the fishing net and you tie him up. So you look into the room, and you just slowly peek up. You see 4 people sitting, or 3 of them sitting, facing each other, and one man standing to the back, leaning against one of the couches. And in the middle of it all, standing on a very solid column of marble, a table really, or a podium, you can't tell. There's someone clad in jester's clothing. He looks like a joker, a jester, but he's colored in dark and brown and green colors. It seems almost ceremonious in its execution. So standing there and listening, you hear how they all sort of chant weirdly in the way they speak. It's not that they are chanting anything specifically, but they're talking monotonously and lowly, and you hear one of them say to the other, you can't really tell which one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm over here.
In what language are they speaking?
yeah, it seems to be common, but there's the way they use their voices, the way everything falls, the way the accent is being used, it's off. It's accented, but in a way where you wonder whether or not they produce speech themselves occasionally, or if they mainly communicate by other means. And one of them says to the other, so the captain says that Hamshell has begun.
The what has begun?
That Hamshell has begun.
Hamshell.
Okay.
I'm gonna spell
The
that.
others looked at him and goes, yes, it has begun. Is it not early? says the yellow to one to his side. No, it is on time. So we shall begin then. Yes, the collection has begun.
Sweet Jesus, the way they talk is just.
Curious.
All right.
In the middle of it all, the jester, or the character there, stands up and looks around and goes, well, at least it won't be boring. But I suppose we should get started. And the characters, they're finely dressed, all of them, and they look extraordinarily human in every other means, but they look up and then out again with blank, disinterested faces. Yes. Yes, we should. This shall be interesting.
All right.
None of you has a
first of
bomb
all-
or anything, right?
What? No. Could I somehow run towards here?
Yes,
Are we doing it?
yeah, sure. You just
Yeah, and take a look.
you're
inside.
about 45 minutes in.
Yeah,
Kanan,
I have
on
done.
50 or 55, get your ass to me.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So you look in through the window. You see one guard walking around patrolling on the outside. Look in through the window and you see this is a living room type area.
Still invisible.
Um, Do a perception check.
Wait.
Natural 20.
No,
Good enough.
it's just
There.
20.
So you scan the room, and you're in the middle on the small table in front of you. You instantly spot what amounts to a small silver tea set, nicely set up, beautiful. Small cookies resting in one of the minor bowls. But just by the virtue of the material it's produced from, it is probably fairly costly.
All right. I do have a bag, right?
Of course you do.
A backpack.
Yes, you do.
All right. I'm gonna do the thing.
Right, so you start nicking shit. It rattles a bit, but you start packaging it with other things in your backpack, and you just shove it into a backpack. You have it's a large set, and looking around the rest of the room, you find other cutlery pieces in different places. Underneath the table, on the undershelf, you find an entire box of silver cutlery. So you may mark down 50 pounds of cutlery.
50 pounds?
You would be I translate these things daily. You would be surprised what a full set of cutlery costs and how heavy it is when it's produced in silver and steel.
50
What
pounds?
what armor did you say the armored guards are wearing?
These guys are using half plates.
Half plates. Is that superior to chainmail?
Depends. Nothing's superior to anything else. It depends on your stats,
Yeah.
essentially. But it is pretty costly.
Then I want to strip down the guard who's knocked out.
I mean, you can strip them both for all I care. Yeah, let's
Yeah, I'll strip him
yeah,
down. I'll strip him down.
I'll
That's
help
good
you.
armor.
I'll pat them down for money while you say.
Okay, so you start grabbing shit, and from the half.
Oh, nothing.
Okay, from the guards you take 2 half plates. They each weigh 40 pounds. Each of them, mind you.
That's for you.
On them you find 2 long swords.
That's for you.
Give me a second. I'll tell you what it weighs.
Longsword is. I'll tell you right now.
It doesn't say. It doesn't
I
know.
have it.
But 2. Right, you'll find it. You'll fix it on your own end. So you find 2 long swords, and on them you find like nothing really interesting.
3
Maybe the
pounds.
date pays. So you find 5 gold on each of them.
So 10. Got it.
Yes.
We're rich.
I'm going to take all of that. I'll look after all of it. How heavy is the longsword?
You can have the rest.
No, I want the gold.
I think it's at. I think it's at 10.
Yeah.
10.
So what are you doing, Kanan?
Oh, but wait. Wait. All right. I would like to see what's behind this curtain. I assume this is a curtain.
It is a curtain. So looking at the other side, you find another bedroom. It's not a very interesting room. It's sort of bland. But on the walls, you find the same sort of generic paintings. Nothing that seems immediately named to you based on your previous perception check. Looking around, you feel like this is not a very lived-in room. Maybe a guest room of a sort.
All right. Can I check the cabinet?
You start looking for the cabinet, and you find like your assumptions are prove more or less correct here in that it's a guest room, based on the fact that there's spare dresses for both genders, or not dresses, but fine
Yeah.
clothing for both genders.
All right.
So you find an extraordinarily nice purple dress. It seems to be magically enchanted towards the color, not in a way that in and of itself means it is magical, but the color is. Your best guess is that's probably worth something. You find
Oh.
a fair few sets of very nice clothing
Matches your eyes.
that you. Yes, purple eyes. That's weird.
Okay.
I have purple skin.
all
The
right.
dress weighs around £15 if you steal that. Do you take anything else?
All right, I'm gonna take that. So that's 15.
15.
15.
I mean, the other clothes as well are probably worth something. They're not nearly as
Yeah.
as valuable, but they are definitely worth something. Fine clothes in and of themselves can always be used for something.
I have 35 pounds left.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so look up the rules for carrying next time, because it basically means you can carry that comfortably without it slowing you down. When you start going over that, you can still pull it and move it and carry it,
okay.
but it keeps you from doing a lot of other things.
All right. Well,
You can pocket it with
I
us.
can imagine it's not gonna. What?
You can just leave it with us, and I need to recast.
Yes.
invisibility, It works. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah.
Is it metagaming for me to say that?
No. I mean, I suppose you would have told him that you need to cast that.
Yeah. He has told me actually.
Several times.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
All right. I'm gonna check under the door. Can I?
Yeah, so you do a quick tap just to hear what it's like, and it seems to be a small cupboard of a sort.
A small?
A small cupboard, a spare room.
Closet.
Mhm.
I'm guessing. Wait, no. What do you do? Sorry.
Look under the door.
Okay, so you look on the door and you see like it's completely dark in there. You can't really tell much outside the light that comes in from your room. So it seems to be without windows.
All right. All right. I'm gonna take all of the clothes over here
Okay.
from this place over here.
So you
And
said.
Get it back to the guys.
Okay, you find 10 sets of fine clothing, 5 for women and 5 for men in various sizes.
Clothes.
And each of those will weigh about £10, so you can mark down about £100 worth of fine clothing.
Jesus Christ.
All right. That's definitely going to you.
Okay.
I can only carry 38 more, so
I mean, you can carry this. You can't fight with it, but you can carry it until we pawn it off.
Just leave it. Just leave it
Yeah,
under.
it's
Like
safer with you.
throw it down the grate.
can I just ask where Hall is at this point? Is he still stood outside, or has he come back in?
He's outside, he's waiting for you. Seeing you run back and forth, and as you start engaging with him, he's like, can I start stealing now? Because you are taking for fucking ever.
Yeah, I agree. Go for it. Kanan, I'm gonna recast invisibility, and I'm gonna advise you to go upstairs and find the biggest door and go in.
May I make a recommendation, gentlemen?
Yes?
Yes.
We know that the evil item is in here,
Yeah.
and from what you were telling me, none of them are armed. Why don't we
okay.
cast silence in the room?
Randall, you know it's not an evil item as such, it's a feeling, it's an atmosphere
feeling.
in there.
Okay.
It's about everything that happens in there is weird, and that's why you can't define it. It is not a single object, it seems to be as much as the event itself, and it's not necessarily evil, it is just off. It feels
They're
unfamiliar. It's not something you can. It's like seeing something seeing a fruit you'd never tasted before and thinking this is weird. It feels
Right.
like a new sensory experience you can't really define yet.
We're here to
All right.
rob.
By the way, as he mentions that,
Mm.
I tell the guys what I've heard.
Oh god.
Like the guys in there have like basically a dead expression on their
yeah, I mean,
faces.
Mm.
And also they said something about wait, let me check. The ham shell has begun, whatever that means.
they mentioned the captain as well, right?
No.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
They said the captain has begun the ham shell.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll get more info on that, but I don't think it's a good idea to bop in
Alright.
because they seem to be more powerful than you think. The fact they're not carrying weapons means they're stacked when it comes to magic. And it should be the last thing we checked if we check it, if we go in. But I think we should
Alright.
continue looting. You should continue looting upstairs.
First of all, I ask Hal, what is the ham shell?
You start looking around and you find that Hal is gone.
Yeah,
The moment you said go for it, he just disappeared.
as you do.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
me.
So, do you want me to cast this on you again or no?
Alright. I don't know. The thing is, there's not much more I can do on my own
I mean,
because
only...
every
Yeah.
You hear low muted thud as Hal lands in the grass in front of you. He's like brushes himself off and then quickly scoots back into the hallway. And he's under his arms. You see him carrying like 2 bundles of canvas, the same as the one you had, and then the other is like a big silver vase, just pulling it after himself, like half his own size. Honestly, that should not be this hard. I mean, Jesus, you guys take forever.
Yeah.
He runs into the sauna and puts it down and is like looks at you and points at this off. This is my shit, okay? This is mine.
I mean,
You keep your shit, I keep my shit. And then he runs back out again, and you see how he very nimbly starts climbing up the wall and disappears into the window of the room up top.
so Kanan, you're not gonna continue
before-
there?
before he disappears, I'd like to like hold him, stop him, and ask him what a ham shell is.
If he's halfway up the wall, just climbing at that stage, and as
No,
you
no, no.
ask-
Before, like as he went past.
yeah, I know, and he's already reaching for the wall, trying to climb
Oh,
it again
fuck.
when you stop him, and he goes like, "I don't know, I've never heard that shit before. You find out. I don't care. Now let go of me."
All right. Fuck it. I just go after him. Don't cast invisibility
I'm
on him.
casting on myself and going upstairs. Fuck it. Let's go. Do I need to roll stealth for how loud I'm gonna be? Or no?
No, you know what? I maintained it. Basically, what I did is I do the same thing as I do in Critical Role. It's much easier. Is that I do a check for everyone. So the one you did to begin with, a crit means a double success. A failure is a failure, and a success is a success, depending on the DC. So you crit it, you had 2 failures and 1 success, so you have 3 out of 2. That was just for the general stealthing.
Okay.
When it comes to like peeking in windows where people can see you and sneaking past people while being not invisible, then that's a separate stealth check.
I'm upstairs then.
So for this, and you are invisible, right?
Yep.
Carly, can you take away
Yes.
the turn order, please?
Oh right, yeah.
How do
You
I
just close it.
mark
I think it's a window.
I didn't see the X. Never mind.
I'm gonna.
So click on your
I'm
token.
gonna use this for invisibility.
Yeah, just any token to be honest. He doesn't have it any longer.
All right.
So-
I'm gonna.
You're very much visible now. Do I move myself up there?
I am. All right.
But I can't even see you. Where
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck is your token? There.
I moved it.
Right, so you move upstairs.
Yeah.
And you start. Okay, goody. Where are you going?
I want to check this door.
Right. Okay. So the guards next to you don't seem to really notice you. You've not made any particular noise outside of sneaking up. You peek under the door, and it's these big, broad oaken doors, 2-way. But you don't really see much of anything peeking under the door. You don't see any feet, at least, or anything that moves inside the room.
I'm gonna open the door and go through slowly. I'm guessing that the guards
Right.
are just gonna shut the door behind me because I'm invisible.
So you grab the door and you start slowly pushing it open. It doesn't make much noise, and the guards aren't looking at you particularly. So you sneak your way in, just sideways, and leave. You're closing it behind you.
Yeah. Like,
Right,
but
it
not
makes-
all the way, just near close.
Yeah. So you push it closed without
Yeah.
closing it entirely. Okay. So standing in the room, looking around, it seems to be some sort of a weapons room.
Everything's black.
maybe-
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I know. Multitasking. So along the sides are cabinets with glass cabinets, with glass doors, and behind them you see a lot of fine weaponry, polished to a sheen, interesting things from all over the world by your best guesstimate. You see weapons you don't really recognize. You see halberds and variations of the halberd, swords that have a weird curve to them,
Anything?
all sorts of interesting things.
Okay.
Scimitars.
Do I see anything that might strike me as more valuable than the others?
Make an investigation check.
I'm good with looting. I'm a pirate. Investigation. There we go.
I knew you were a pirate scumbag.
Here it goes.
So, looking around the room,
Flashbacks.
there's certain things here that stand off to you. Looking around the room, at the top of along the edge of the between the ceiling and the wall, you find a lot of iconography relating to fish and fishing and the art of fishing or trading and sailing. So there's a certain theme that you've noticed across the entirety of the mansion. This is related to the sea in some way, and you can guesstimate. You've seen similar things with vessels you've raided, where the family has been not unlike the Rover Lofts, where the family has their entire business for generations with the sea. They have this iconography and they relate to it in that manner. And this is the same thing you notice here. And in the cabinets, one cabinet you see has long weapons, ranged weapons, in another you see one with exclusively scimitars and swords and other things. And in the last one, off to the left, you see a fishing net and you see a trident, and you realize that underneath, when you were running up here, across the door leading into that room with people conversing, you saw two tridents over a cross. So this particular imagery goes all over the place, and in this case, it is considered a part of their weaponry. So in this one, you see that thing, that fishing net that stands off to you as being off or curious.
And the trident, right?
And the trident and other minor things, like a hatchet meant for separating.
Okay. Is the trident a minor thing?
It's a large weapon. It's a two-handed weapon, not unlike a spear.
Okay, I'm gonna take the net and the trident.
Mhm.
And is there anything
Mhm.
I'm proficient with, like any short sword or a rapier that looks better than what I have currently?
The weapons and the other ones, they're better. They're better kept, but they look like weapons. So do these. Yeah.
So nothing better, like sharper.
Not to the eye, at least.
I'm taking the net and the trident.
Okay.
And there isn't any sword that I might like better than the others. No, short sword.
And the others, you find the weapons you're looking for. You find a rapier, but it doesn't look better than yours. No, not particularly.
Okay.
It's better looking, but it's not better. Not functionally speaking.
I'm gonna take my rapier and put it instead of that one and just replace.
Okay, you nick the rapier.
Yeah,
and you find it is beautiful. I mean, the handle is in gold trim. It curves around the entirety of their hand. The pommel seems to be carved from some sort of amber, and the blade itself is beautifully crafted.
Nice.
And you swish it around the air for a moment. And it's like you can't really see it because it becomes invisible the moment you pick it up, but you can just feel the balance in your hand, and it is amazing.
Yeah, rapier. I'm marking it as the nice one. And I'm putting mine of that one, and that's it. Nothing else of interest in here. No. Okay. I'm walking out the window, and can I scale this to the next window here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
That's actually what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Well.
So you move in that room. You make a quick scale, and you peek in the room without being seen, and you find that it is entirely empty. It's a bedroom with nothing else in it except for a few things against the walls. Nothing of that particularly catches your eye here.
Anything under the bed? No.
Under the bed, you find a small box. Opening it up, or at least attempting to open it up, you find that it is locked. But the box itself is in polished and veneered oak, and the lock itself seems to be produced in some sort of fine metal, maybe like a gold trimmed brass. Can't tell, but it's a beautiful box.
Can I take the box? How heavy is it?
Yes. About 15 pounds.
Okay, I'll take the box.
Okay.
Box, 15 pounds. Okay, next room. This is how we do it.
So you open.
Next.
So you open up. So you look under the you look underneath the door and you peer inside. You can't really hear anything. So you open the room and you step inside, and you find
Guard.
you find guards.
No.
50 guards appear.
And they rape you.
Oh no, I'm invisible.
On a column in the corner is the only thing that really catches your eye. It is a pedestal with a glass dome sitting on top, and underneath them you find a pair of gloves.
I'll take the gloves. Anything else of interest in this entire room?
Trying to open up or pull open
Of course.
the glass dome, you feel that it's stuck. It doesn't give. It seems to be just glass, but it's seemingly affixed to the marble column.
Fixed to the column. And there isn't any way for me to remove it, like forcefully, because I
Well,
don't
you
have
could
a
break it.
lockpick or anything, right? It's not locked in any way.
No, it seems to be just a part of the column in a curious way.
What do you mean part of it? They're a set of gloves. How are they placed in the column?
So there's a column,
Okay.
so basically a pedestal,
Okay.
right? Flat top.
Okay.
On top of that is a glass dome that, for no particular reason, seems to be a part of the column. But when you try to place your hands around the glass dome and lift it, you can feel you lift the entire column with it.
Can I inspect the column? Is there any switch in the room? Or
Make an investigation check.
Awesome.
So you inspect the column, and you see when you lift it, it seems to be it's just a steady piece of furniture, really. But when you lift it, it feels like the weight is more than it should be, and you're guessing that something affixes it to the floor. So following that logic, and you start moving against the wall, like, is there a button or something or anything of the sort? You can't really find anything. The only thing that gives it reason is the carpet on which it's placed.
I check the carpet.
So you start scanning around the carpet and folding it up underneath your feet. Just if you stand in front of it and you lift up the carpet, you find a small marble piece that sits slightly higher than the others.
Can I press it?
Yes, you can. Do you press
I
it?
do.
50 guards appear.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed
You
to
see
be
how-
terrified.
Oh shit! You see how the glass dome just sort of lifts slightly, or at least it seems to give a little bit. It moves away.
Okay, there we go. I pocket the gloves.
The moment you remove the gloves, 50 guards appear.
Yes.
Stop it.
One time he's
So you
actually
grab
gonna
the
do it.
gloves. Yes.
Yeah, I mark the gloves. I'm marking
The thing
word
is,
star.
at some point, 50 guards are really gonna appear.
Yeah, I'm marking the
Okay.
the shit I get, and we're gonna inspect it,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna check it, and it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Okay. While you're there, before we move on, is anyone else doing anything?
Go for it.
Alright, so I was basically here while he was exploring this room,
weren't you here?
and yes, but I wanted to go here.
Did you loot here?
Alright, so
He said as much that he wanted to follow
Yeah,
you.
okay.
You just went
Yeah.
there first.
yeah,
Can you tell where I am?
I checked the what?
Can you tell where I am?
No, while you were looting number 10, I wanted to go over here.
Okay,
That's the thing. He said he was heading in that direction.
Yeah.
You just managed to get there first.
carry on.
Yeah.
All right. So you're in that room here. What are you doing?
You're basically checking around.
Okay.
Can I eat an
The
apple?
same thing.
You're eating an apple.
Sweet.
And 50
Thanks.
guards appeared.
Are you doing anything down there around? I mean,
No, I'm just keeping an eye on the guards, aren't I? I'm just letting you know I'm still here, guys.
I'm sorry, this
But-
is a stealth section.
well, I mean, I was halfway expecting you to try and kill everyone, so I think it would be good to have your fighter with you, but oh well.
You kind of hit it.
Yeah, I'm wondering why we haven't gotten a scrap yet, but never mind.
Sitting in that room, and you see how one of them is still completely out cold, and the other one has awoken from his sleep. He's
All right,
just
I'll,
sitting there,
You knock him out.
bundled up, and looking at you.
Well, he's tied up, right?
Yeah.
I just want
Yeah,
to give him
yeah.
a bop on the head with the side of my hammer again, just knock him out again.
Just like whack the.
He just
whack
looks
him
at you sort of pleadingly, just like, why? Before you smack him across the head.
all. Bonk.
You see how his head hits against the floor of this, also the ceiling, and just kind of goes up. Not the ceiling, the wall. Jesus,
Floor.
tired.
Poor
Apologies.
guy.
All right. Okay, what are you doing? What's going on?
Who are you asking?
Who?
Anyone?
I'm moving to check this, if I can.
All right. Okay.
All right,
Looking-
I'm slowly going down there.
You're heading
And
back towards the others.
Yeah, I'd like to keep an eye on the room. Actually, the room downstairs. The room.
Okay.
The room.
So going up against the room and are you looking in? Are you listening? What are you doing?
Me?
Yes.
I just like to listen
Okay.
and maybe keep an eye from the distance.
Okay. So sitting in a bush somewhere off to the distance. Make a stealth check real quick.
Sitting in a bush, being very stealthy. Eee.
So sitting there and listening, you feel how the demeanor in the room has changed massively. Now there's laughter, there's talking and chatting. You see one of the ladies sitting with a biscuit in one hand and a cup of tea in the other. And you find that their behavior is so much more human that it is dichotomatic to what it was before. Those two people could not have been the same. The middle of it all, looking in, you see that the jester-like character is gone.
All right. Oh, so basically, can I assume that they were kind of possessed?
You can assume whatever the fuck you want. I ain't telling
All
you
right,
shit,
I
son.
shall do that.
Presume only one.
All right.
But at this point, the talking you're hearing, there's too much chat and too much disinteresting conversation for you to actually notice all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But what seems to be discussed here is the fishing business and how it has been more profitable ever since the Empire has taken over the island, and that the family is doing really well. And there's concerns about whether or not they should start investing into other opportunities. But mostly they're discussing fish and the virtue of fishing and the family business.
All right. I'd just like to go over here and look under the door. Keep an eye on the guards. Are they still there? The thing that worries me is that they said that the captain is gonna start the H thing. I don't know.
DH thing.
Ham shell. Sorry. Ham shell.
That's a worry for a different day. Along the line.
You never made me aware of what you're actually stealing. Are you literally just stealing for money's sake, or are you stealing for something specific?
You two could talk about
Oh,
it.
we didn't?
No, you never actually said exactly what you were looking for.
All right. I could actually. Oh fuck yeah! Exactly. I'm gonna go in the guards room. All right. Oh fuck me! You knocked him out.
Yeah, he woke up. I needed to give him a little bop.
Oh fuck.
Whack-a-mole.
All right. Wait. So that's the sleeping guy.
They're all sleeping, guys.
Yeah, they're both sleeping now.
Oh fuck! So they're not gonna wake up anytime soon. All right. Never mind.
No, you're all good.
Fuck. I wanted to ask him something.
We can drag them along in the sewer. One of them, if you want to take him.
I
Okay,
actually.
yeah, I'll yeah. Do you want me to drag him away? I'll throw him in the sewer for you if you want.
I really doubt it's gonna. They're gonna know anything.
I mean, if you wanna, this is an option. I don't know why I'm talking. You can't hear me. You
Yeah.
just hit me. I'm sorry.
I really don't think we actually need it. All right, so I basically just get in the room and keeping company.
Kanan, I'm getting really bored. What's the plan?
All right, so this thing is guarded way more than I thought it would be.
So are you here for something specific, or do we have enough to leave?
We are actually here for something specific. We're supposed to find like a raven figurine of sorts. I don't know exactly,
he-
exactly what it is.
Found it yet?
Carly?
No.
Carly?
shit, I've been muted. Apologies. Yes, what?
Oh.
Did we actually receive an order for a specific figurine in this mansion?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
I don't mean to call you a shit thief, Kanan, but you did have a look at what this guy was carrying, right?
Yes, okay.
Can I pull the painting out and see if there's some kind of figurine in the painting?
Yes.
oh, that's brilliant.
So pull out the painting and you start looking at it, and you see in the middle of it all is this captain-like character that's standing in the middle of the room, and around his neck hangs it seems to be a locket of sorts that's carrying a raven. It's not a figurine as much as just a figurine emblem. But on his belt, you see to the side hangs a raven figurine, and his hand is resting on top of it while he's standing there, puffing out his chest and just making himself larger than he needs to be.
I want to call Kanan a cunt in Orcish because I'm fluent in Orcish, and then say, "Fuck's sake, it takes a fucking dwarf to be a better thief than you."
That was brilliant. I have to say.
Yeah, actually, yeah. All right.
So that's the target here, right?
I'm
I'm gonna roll the painting back up and put it in my pack again.
Okay.
I don't know any of this, right? I'm just continuing on my way.
Yeah.
I'm just looting,
Okay.
scouting.
Luke, what are you
I'm
doing?
here.
All
I
right,
want to walk
so-
in.
You're walking in.
I wanna check the door first, but then yeah.
Okay, make a perception check.
The way you said you want to walk in makes me scared.
Yes, that's why I said it.
Oh, you said perception. Sorry. How's that?
Oh,
Okay.
funny.
So, looking under the door, you see a pair of feet, or rather, you see a pair of feet, a pair of knees, a pair of thighs, a guy kneeling on a carpet on the middle of the floor. You get a sense of the room. It is massive compared to any of the other bedrooms. And looking to either side, you see him just sitting there, kneeling in the middle of the floor, closed eyes, and just waiting.
Okay, this is what I call a nope. So I'm just gonna go back. Wait, you just kneeling there, right?
Hmm.
And there's no one else in this room, right?
No.
Oh my god.
You know what? No, for the sake of the party, I'm gonna give up on that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rejoin my compatriots here, and they're
Okay.
gonna fill me in on our target, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, Lou, good to see you again. Did you find anything interesting?
Well, they don't actually see me, but I found
Good to know you're here.
pair of interesting swords and a trident and a fishing net, and that's it. Because I see the halfling still there, right? No, is he up to?
No. Well, he's coming in the door more or less at the same time you did,
Oh, okay.
losing from somewhere else. You see, he's carrying more shit, but
How much shit?
other
did
than
he
that,
get?
he's not really.
So your boss is getting out of your hole, right?
Well, I'm keeping half, but yeah.
Okay, so we're settled because he
So-
gets what you picked up, right?
So, Lou,
Yep.
it seems that the task at hand was to steal a raven.
Yeah.
And it seems our friend here, Kanan, can't look at the pictures that he steals. He just steals. It's on the bandit captain. He has it.
Fuck, how the fuck are we supposed to do that? He's surrounded.
Well, we took out these two guards pretty easily. I reckon we could do it.
Is there any way we can lure him here by himself, maybe? Do we have anything?
Well, we have their armor.
You think we
We
should?
could maybe pose as them, but I'm a little short for that.
You're a dwarf. I'm an elf.
I think it's too heavy for me. I can barely move as is. Can I actually... how good would be a disguise for me to look like one of the guards? Is it feasible? Is it possible?
Well, I mean, you're purple.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. I feel like that's a sufficient answer. You're purple.
Can the halfling go on my shoulders? And
Oh my god.
we'll put the armor on together, and then we'll be like, like kids in a jacket. That kind of thing.
Absolutely, definitely, that could work. Go for it.
No,
Okay.
I sense that's not true.
Is that a plan, guys? Do you want to do that?
You can just be one of the guards, right?
So they don't know who we are,
Dwarf.
right?
No.
They don't know who we
No.
are. They don't know we're here. Why don't we just get the jump on, quickly steal it, and then run like
Actually,
hell?
I'm still invisible. Can I just walk up to him and yank it off his neck, right? Is it possible?
Good fucking luck with that, bro. No, it's on his belt, mate.
On his belt?
Yeah, it's on his belt. He's got his hand on it, though. He likes to have his hand on his
Does he?
on his goods.
Harley?
Oh yeah.
Does he like to pet it? What is this thing? Is it around his neck right now, currently?
You asking me?
Yeah.
You can go take a look.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
Kanan
Just fill in
looked,
the room,
so
but-
you can fill me in. Kanan already.
Well, he didn't really notice it because he didn't pay attention
Yeah.
to it. So,
Yeah.
walking out here and taking a look at the guy, you see that, true enough, he's got his right hand resting on not the pommel of the sword, but just behind the pommel of the sword on his left side, or sorry, his right side. By the bottom, you see this. It's hanging from a sort of metal chain, very, very fine. Your best guess is that if you yanked it off, it would probably come off, but he's resting his hand on top of it while he's standing there.
So he's holding it. He has his hand on
It's
top
not-
of it.
He's not holding it, but he's holding his hand on top of it. He's just resting his hand on it.
So it.
That's
Two
sort
of
of
you can be invisible at a time, right?
No.
So
Oh.
is it possible for me to grab it and just yank it?
Yeah, of course.
Is that something we want to try, guys?
Maybe we should get set up for a fight first.
You should move all the stuff to the. Yeah, or
Yeah.
maybe
the sewers.
maybe
Yeah.
we can use one of the nets that we have here and set a trap here. No, never mind. They can see this.
Hall hearing this basically looks at all of you and goes like, if you're starting a fight, I'm leaving.
Do you have any idea?
It was made very clear to me that we are not to fight here. That would be such a bad idea that it might eclipse all other bad ideas you've ever had.
Okay, how do we?
And from what I've heard, that is a mystery.
Okay, brilliant
All right.
guy. How do we get that thing off one captain that's surrounded by guards?
I don't know. It's not my mission. It's your mission.
But
You said yes to it. You figured out.
we're supposed to do it without fighting?
Well, preferably.
Anyone else got a brilliant
Okay.
idea?
He just looks
Yeah,
at you
I've
before he
got
turns
another
around
idea.
and starts moving his shit into the other room to make ready to
Oh,
leave.
fuck.
I've got a good idea. I'm going to get us ready to leave and put the stuff in the sewer.
Okay.
Alright.
I want one of you to go around to this window here,
Okay.
and I want you to cause a distraction.
I can smash a window. That wouldn't be a problem.
That's what I. There's no glass.
There is no glass. I can start a fire.
Just smash something in this
I'm
room.
gonna start
when
a
you're
fire.
invisible.
You're
Uh,
invisible. You can do that. You can get away.
Just smash something in the room. Don't start a fire.
By the way, don't forget about this guard over here.
I'm invisible still.
But smash something in here. That should No, wait. No, this isn't going to work. No, Kanan, you go in there. And smash something
I can make
and hide.
I can start a fire.
No, the invisible person needs to steal this because the invisible person can get closer to it.
I mean, I can do.
Whereas
both.
the
I can
non-invisible
start a
person
fire
needs to
and
make a
then
distraction.
just run I mean, either way.
In any
Yeah,
case,
Okay.
you figure it out. I'm going to put stuff down this drain.
Okay. You
All right.
distract. I'm gonna steal.
All right. Where am I? Here am I.
Yes. I'm getting ready.
Okay, so what's the plan?
He's
All right,
gonna get
so-
his attention, and I'm gonna steal.
I am going to cause a distraction over here
Yeah. How?
by basically breaking something.
It's
Okay.
a bad idea. I should have done that. Not you.
Oh well. All right. The moment I make a ruckus,
Mhm.
I'm gonna hide under the bed.
Oh my god. This is a brilliant
laugh.
plan.
Why don't you,
I
just as a little thing, right? You make a ruckus in here, right? This guy over here is going to go towards that. So then why don't you try and sneak out at the same time and work your way around him?
Yeah, that's my point.
Or even there,
yeah,
actually.
if this guard
Oh,
moves,
there's a
you
window.
can move
Fuck.
outside
Alright.
on that window here. Yeah.
That is my idea, but I was actually going to hide here. before he moves
Oh.
to the window or here.
Okay, so let's move this. Are we ready?
Okay, so what's the plan?
I'm gonna be here and wait for an opportune moment.
Okay.
Kanan is making a noise and then running into that room there where he is right now.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we are gonna play it out as it goes. I'm still invisible.
Okay.
Kanan isn't.
Okay. Okay, Kenny, what are you doing?
All right. One thing. What is this?
It is just a fountain with water for generally washing and whatever else.
All right.
Big
fuck it.
marble construct piece of the wall.
Yeah. All right. Fuck it. I'm gonna take a table and fucking fling it at the door or here.
Okay.
Jesus.
So you pick up a table and you fling it at the door. You can all hear it because the sound reverberates through the entirety of the house.
Bang.
All right. At the same time,
Yeah.
I bolt.
Okay, awesome. Lou, you hear how everyone just turning around, looking at each other. The guard captain turns around to them, and you hear him bellow at them to go have a look. He turns around himself and starts walking in this general direction here. They move over here, open the door and peer inside. One of them disappears, the other one walks inside. You see how from the outside, the range guard is moving over to look inside. What are you doing?
Is the guard still holding his hand on top of that thing?
No, he's crossed his arms on top of his chest and looking at the guards moving towards the room.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. Can I? Okay, this is. Okay, sure. Oh my god, I'm nervous.
1, 2, 3, do it.
Oh my god, shit.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Can I?
What are you doing? Come
I'm
on.
gonna
Yank it.
I'm gonna yank it. Fuck it. Let's go. I'm gonna grab
Okay,
it
you grab it and yank it.
real hard.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'm so bad at this. Sleight of hand. Come on, please.
Alright. So you reach up, try and grab the chain, and then hold the figurine with the other hand, trying to lessen the pull. So you yank it and you rip it loose and let go and try to scoot away. The moment you feel it come loose, you feel you didn't quite manage to lessen the tug on the captain. He instantly and very reactively looks down and then looks behind him as he sees the figurine is gone. And with your back turned and 10 feet off in the other direction, you just hear him scream the loudest, most guttural, horrible scream as everyone starts running.
Yes.
Basically, he bellows out, "Invaders!" and everyone starts running off in different directions as with preset course looking for something or other.
I'm gone.
I would like you all to roll initiative.
Okay. I was here
fuck.
before I rolled initiative, right?
Yes, you were right there, I think. You may all roll initiative. Thank you.
We can do this. We just need to run.
Sometimes I forget where it is. Oh, there. Right in the middle.
15. So 16 initiative for me.
13.
Alright.
Okay. Every
How do I
single
miss?
initiative I roll is awful.
Listen, when it counted, you rolled natural 20s. So good on you.
I got these guys and the. Oh, wait, no, they're knocked out cold, so they don't get to roll.
They don't get to roll. Which is the fun part of this game. Watch the number of rolls.
It does take both of them, doesn't it? Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Alright, delete everyone and do it again, because I need to make sure I can do this the right
Do you
way.
want us to reroll, or can you just input for us?
I guess we're
I
gonna
love
do it
this
again.
battle music. Reminds you of
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Bucky, do you want rerolls or do you want to just do it again?
Just re-roll it, much easier.
Got it, man. Whoever's clicking.
I got the same score.
I got one
What
better.
the fuck? Come on. This reroll fucked me so hard.
Lucius, you suck.
I'm gonna die. Lucky for me, I'm invisible.
Alright.
I just want to say I had 16, now I have 4.
Goody, ascending.
No.
Okay. So, from the top. The moment the sound goes out and the call to start looking on, searching the room, you see. Well, you don't see them necessarily. 10. Ah, shit, didn't like that. And 30 goes there. This guy's running up to block the front door. 10, 20, 30.
This is fucking awesome music, by the way. Bit loud,
Where is he?
Can you turn it down
Yeah.
just a little bit, if that's okay?
Yes. But the thing is, everything is balanced in here, so it seems like whenever I turn something up, someone else turns it down, which means that nothing is actually the same. Is this better?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So this guy, he starts running off in this direction, looking outside. Goes 10. He starts scouting that one. Goes. Oh wait, no, that's not his turn. Where is he? It's this guy and this guy here. Where's he going? So no one's there and someone's there, so he starts running off in this direction here. Blocking this door. 10, 20, 30.
Whoa, wait.
Stop Just before he touches you.
Oh my god. You can smell my tail whipping around.
It does. This guy here he runs in here, looks off in this direction. 10, 25, looking outside. It's not seeing you because you're in the other direction. This guy, he starts running around the corner, following the. No, there's people down there, so there's no need. So he goes this way,
No.
and he bumps straight into you. You just turn around, see him as he smacks into you.
I'm still invisible, right?
Well, you're still invisible, but he just stops, dumbfounded, and goes like, "Oh," and he starts slashing at the air, instantly realizing what's going on.
Disadvantage, right? Because I'm invisible.
It is very much a disadvantage. Give me a second.
Please miss.
He is extraordinarily disadvantaged.
Do I don't have my shield, right?
Yeah, well.
I don't have my shield, so it's.
If the rock surprised creature hits it, you're not surprised though.
12.
I don't know. Are you wearing a shield? I don't think it matters because it's still 21.
Is it?
Yes.
What? Disadvantaged?
Oh right, no, sorry, disadvantage. 11. You're right.
Huh.
You do realize I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just running now.
I know. I'm just realizing how lucky I got.
You got very lucky.
Yeah, I'm just.
That would have been a 21
Yeah,
otherwise.
yeah, that's what I'm
I think.
commenting.
Oh yeah, that's green on a natural 20, so you would have been very hurt. Right. So 11 on that attack means he doesn't hit. He just flails at the air, but obviously he can't see you. However, note that if you do run away, you still have to disengage. Otherwise, they will get attacks of opportunity on you.
Got it.
Now that they know you're there. Good. That was his turn. This guy. Call goes out that you're there in that direction, so they start running in that. 10, 20, 30.
Yeah, you're done.
The captain turns around. He's basically furious. He sees you being slapped at from that direction, and then comes at you, tries to block you off by stepping in front of you.
Oh my god.
Fuck, you're gonna get 3 attacks of
Please.
opportunity.
Can I just ask for
If I
clarity?
disengage them.
Yeah.
Are we using? Can you see my measure
Yeah.
when I do it?
Yes.
Well, you can. So are we using that as a distance of movement, or are we using each square as 5?
We're using each square as 5 for movement, but if for casting, this is generally for casting, the thing you're doing here. So if something has a 10-foot radius, then it goes. I mean, it actually fits quite perfectly if you see.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever. So it's mainly for spells and whatnot. Otherwise, you always use the squares because obviously you wouldn't be able to go, oh, that's 10. No, because you're going through a door up here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to work out. So like that's 6 feet, right?
Well, just go like this and be like, that's 5 feet, that's 5 feet, that's 15.
We need to run.
I mean, you just move 5 by 5.
Alright, yeah, okay, cool.
Great.
Oh, by the way, Carlet,
Yes.
isn't the second diagonal movement counted as double?
I think I argued for that when we started, and people said they preferred just to be able to do 5 by 5 by 5 no matter
Alright.
what.
Okay.
I don't think
so
it
we've
matters
left
for
it
us.
that. It kind of does, because on a quite open field, you cut down your movement
No.
quite
What
radically.
I'm saying is, it didn't come across as an important thing.
Oh,
so we can
does
definitely do it if you
some
want
combat.
it. on second.
No, it's fine. It makes it easier for everyone, and I mean, it doesn't disadvantage any one party particularly.
Especially because the enemies can do it as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's about the same.
I just remember that I was actually paying attention to that while we were fighting the pirates.
Oh, okay.
All right, never mind. Just so I know.
Right. Okay. So the captain runs up to you.
he swings.
He goes multi-attack. He does 3 attacks on you in your general direction, disadvantage.
Come on.
Nothing gives him advantage, so he just starts running.
Okay.
That's the action. He goes scimitar.
Nope. But oh.
That's a 16 disadvantaged.
Do you want my shield or not? I mean, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
It's
if
14.
you
No, 14.
right, in that case you're hit. So that's a scimitar.
Do I have to roll for concentration stuff?
Why don't I see damage here? Give me a second. Yes, you do. In a second description.
That hits too.
That's annoying. It doesn't roll damage. Oh well, I'll do it. Run. E6 plus 3. So you take 4 damage. 7 plus 3.
You know
7.
what? I'm
You take
gonna-
7 damage.
Is it too late for me to use cunning words?
I don't think
Yes.
it matters, strictly speaking, but yes, it is.
I mean,
Um,
it does matter.
No, he get 3 attacks. So
I got
You probably hit
three
you.
cutting words. No, I can use it only once.
yeah, you use it once because it's a reaction.
Yeah.
So you take 7 damage. Roll your what's it called, concentration.
Is it a saving or just concentration?
Yes. It's a concentration check.
What is concentration?
Oh, right, okay. So concentration is always a minimum of 10, no matter what.
Yeah, and what's the DC?
It is. God damn it! I don't even
It's
cast.
the damage,
Yeah.
right? The damage dealt. That's my DC.
They're always a minimum of 10.
Oh, so I have to beat 10. And what do I roll?
Concentration check. It's DC. Constitution saving throw, right?
So,
Just make sure.
so
It's just a saving throw. Constitution saving throw, minimum of 10, otherwise you lose your spell.
got it.
Good,
Good.
you maintain that. Alright, second attack. He goes scimitar. That's a fumble, so that doesn't hit. And then he goes dagger. And that's a natural 20 and a 4,
bunch.
so that goes 9, meaning it doesn't hit. So you take that 1. 7 damage, you maintain it. That was his turn.
7 and 1. So
Kanan, your turn.
8, right? Total?
No, 7 total, you only took 7 damage.
7 total. Got it.
Kanan, what are you doing?
I'm probably gonna regret this, but this guy over here has no initiative.
Ah, well, he should have 1. So I'll give him 1.
God.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret that.
I mean, there's a wall behind you, so if you want to leave, you can always do that. Just letting you know.
I'm absolutely thinking about that.
Okay. Because he got in late, I'll give him 10, just because it's easier. So, what are you doing?
Fuck
Can
me.
I check something
Alright.
while you... Never mind. I'll do it later.
Okay. All right. Can I climb? No. Yeah. Can I climb on the bed?
So you're climbing in through the window onto the bed?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I should have enough movement, and
do.
I'd like to attack the guard.
We should be running.
Okay.
Why are we...
Roll your
fighting?
attack.
What? I can still.
Come on, let's go. You're attacking him, what are you doing? Roll your attacks.
Wait. That's 1.
So that's a 10, he's already gone, his AC is slightly higher than that. Just making sure. Yes, his AC is higher than that, so that's not a hit.
All right. And I got
That's 1
this.
attack. You got another, from what I remember.
Yeah.
That's an
Oh,
11,
fuck.
that doesn't hit.
Oh fuck me.
You're dead.
No, I'm not. All right. I'm just gonna turn away and get back. Wait, I was here. 5.
Does he get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, he does.
He does. 5. How much? I was over here. How much movement speed do I need to spend to?
So
get...
the window is basically open, so you jump in. So you go 5, 10, 15, and then 15 back. So you're back there with the full 30, and you've got something extra because you're a monk.
I've got another 15.
Damn, that's a lot.
So as you turn, he turns around to poke at you. 11, that's not enough to hit your AC, so you don't take any damage.
Right, so I just fucking... No.
Where are you going? So 10, 15, 20. It's a 10-foot high wall.
Oh god.
Goody, what are you doing?
Nothing. That's it.
Good. That's your turn. Awesome. That's Kanan's range guard. That's his turn now. He's obviously heard that and seen you running in and out. There he goes 5, 10, 15.
Why not my turn?
It is. Where is your turn? Randall.
14.
Oh, sorry. I scrolled behind you. Well, he gets your turn.
Go
Fine,
straight
your turn.
past me.
Yeah.
You should have played before I
The
did.
scrolling
Yeah, I
is
should have
amazing.
played before he did, but it doesn't matter.
Actually, it doesn't. He has higher dexterity, so he gets to go before you regardless.
So
What do you do?
5,
Oh, actually,
10, 15, 20.
Yes.
I am going to use my 1 channel divinity,
Okay.
which is that. So you'll need to see it as a conquering presence, and I want to use it on the captain.
Well, it's all creatures within range.
Yes.
You force each creature.
Oh, is it? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so you'll need to do what? 1, 2, 3
All
wisdom saves,
creatures
please.
of your choice. Does that limit you to a
Seven.
number? Or
Oh, my choice. Okay, no, you just need to do saving throws on all 3 of those guys that are in that room.
Yup.
That I can see.
Okay.
Oh wait, actually that's the wrong roll. I need this one. There we are. So what's the DC?
Blah, blah, blah. It actually doesn't say.
On a failed save.
Make a wisdom saving throw on a
So,
failed save. It becomes
You just Google
should say
channel
on-
divinity.
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure what it is. It doesn't actually tell me.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a 14.
I'm letting you know right
Did-
now.
did-
I'm
Why don't you roll the other 2? Why don't you roll the other 2 while we figure out what it is?
I am.
Okay.
Do this, do that.
Spell save DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier.
plus 2 plus 3, right?
Yeah,
Plus
plus 2
5.
plus 3.
8 plus
yeah.
5, 13. Same as mine. Hey!
Ah,
So yeah, 13's the DC, so he's fine.
so that's the captain. That's one of those guys. Doesn't sit. And then finally, this guy here.
1 success, 1 fail, 1 success.
And 1 success. Right, okay.
What's the effect?
So,
Frightened.
one of them stops and looks at you and just dead in his tracks. The other 2 seem unperturbed. That was
Okay.
right. What are you
Can you
doing?
mark the guy that's frightened?
Sorry, what again?
Yeah, can you just mark the guy that's frightened for me,
Yes.
please?
Yep.
Now, does Channel Divinity count as an action? I'm guessing it does.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah,
then I
as
would
an
like
action, of course.
I would like very much to give my wonderful friend over there.
Yeah.
I'd like to give him a shield of faith, please.
Good point. That's 2 AC.
Plus 2 to my AC.
Yeah, that's a
plus 2
concentration.
to your
Just
AC
mind,
for 10 minutes. Yeah,
just mind that.
yeah.
Okay.
It's 10 minutes though, so we need to get out of here quick. I'm also gonna scream at him to run, and I'll hold the doors.
Hold the door.
Hold the door, hold the door.
Alright, okay. Is that you? With all you, that's 25.
Yep.
Because you dwarf.
Yeah, that's me.
Do you want to leave
Yeah.
the door open for me?
The ranger goes that way, sees you there, and goes pew 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 pew.
Twit, twit.
Now they go pew pew.
Shoot me already?
It's not a
Oh
pistol.
no.
But you know what? I'm the DM. I decide he goes pew pew. It's a light crossbow that goes.
It's a crossbow.
It's an
that
8
goes pew,
that
pew.
does not hit
Pew
you.
pew misses.
There's a
If it was a twin, it would hit.
there's a list of people here. Guards here, what's going on? They come running up this side, so that's 5, that's 10, that's 15, that's 25, that's 30,
Double move?
10, 20, 30. There we are. And Lou, your turn. At the ass end of the initiative order.
So if I disengage, I can just move, and that's it. I
Yes.
still have my bonus
So
action, though.
disengage is your action.
Yes.
It means you just get your movement and your bonus action.
So if I cast any spells, I drop my invisibility, hence the reason. Yeah, also want to ask
Well,
you something. I have
yes.
something that's part of my thing as a tiefling.
Mhm.
It's... What is it? I basically get to use a spell, Hellish Rebuke, as my second level, but does that, as a reaction, but does that burn my spell slot or not?
No, it's just part of your racial abilities.
Okay, that's beautiful. So I'm gonna disengage, and I'm gonna... So I can't run through them. Can I run through allies?
I think you've been able to for the vast majority of the time. Yes.
Okay, so 5...
Well, in this case, he even said he's holding open the door.
Yeah.
So
Which door is that? This
Oh,
one
yeah.
or that one?
I don't know. He decides. I don't think it matters.
Okay, where am I? 5, 10...
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say the moment this happened, Hal disappeared.
25, 30.
Yes.
And I'm gonna yell him as a thank you, follow me, let's run, go. And I'm gonna run past him. And just let him know because
Okay.
I'm invisible. He doesn't know I'm running.
Okay.
How did you actually
Randall,
cast
you
the
hear
spell?
him rush past you.
How did you cast a spell at me if I was
Okay.
invisible?
Come again?
You gave me a shield that gives me +2 AC. Can you do that if you can't see me?
No, that's a good point.
Well, in this case, I don't think it will end up mattering over much, but we'll find out in a second.
Okay.
A creature of your choice within range.
Ah, okay, fair enough. He can then. Times
Says
30.
within
He can
range.
just hit you. So he goes. It's a close distance, so I can see what I'm doing.
My AC is
Yeah, it's
19.
fucking ridiculous. Good luck with that.
You'll be surprised how little that matters when there's enough of them.
No
I mean,
flanking
I
bonus and
remember-
5 bro.
I remember a certain orc taking way too long to die.
Thank you, Captain.
So
I only have 30. I only have 30 hit points though on this one, so
I can,
Only.
you can touch yourself. You're fine.
There we are.
When-
Right, okay. There we are. So
Oh my
that's a crit.
god.
oh, fuck you.
I'm gonna use cutting words on that.
That's 2d6.
Stop.
You're cutting words now?
Yes, I'm using cutting words because
Okay.
I'm already safe.
Good.
Basically safe. What is that? A D6? D6?
So you roll a d6 and subtract it from his attack.
Yes. Does that save your ass?
Awesome.
18.
So that becomes an 18.
That misses. You owe me a beer.
Yay.
You just turn around and yell, "Fuck you, fuckhead!" And he goes like, "What?" Misses, swings wildly to the side. Oh, I don't need that. I need the initiative order. What's that? Was this guy here? He
That was
hears
my
you
invisibility.
making strikes from towards the other guys. So he's going 10, 20, 30. Sees you out the window.
Faggot.
Where's this guy?
You.
They're down the other
Yeah,
side, so
you're
we'll
fucking
ignore
in. I
them.
don't know how we're
It
gonna
takes
save your
forever. This guy here is frightened, so he stops there, turns around, runs the other way. 30, goes this way.
Double move or just move?
No, he just runs away. He's terrified, so he doesn't really make much sense at this stage. So he goes 10, 20, stops there, strikes at you.
He can, by the way, when he's finished his turn, he can re-roll to see if he can remove the fear or not.
Oh,
Ah.
saving throw thing.
It's the d20.
Yeah, wisdom save throw again.
Yeah,
he just needs to do another.
that's what I mean.
Alright, okay.
Wisdom saving throw, where is it? There we are.
Fail.
Awesome.
That's a fail, he's still there.
Yeah.
This guy tries to strike you over the head with a Morning Star.
Good
Thank
morning,
you.
sunshine.
It's a 10, it doesn't
I'm
hit.
surprised there's this many
He doesn't
cards.
have... Nope, does not. Let's see. this guard here. He sees you. He jumps out through the window and goes after you. 5, 10, 15. There.
By the way, while this is happening, is anything happening with the circle that I'm seeing on the left?
Miss?
Circle?
Yeah, this one.
No. Oh, the in there. No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
That's a 13. That's a miss. Next in order. This guy. It's been this guy. It's been this guy. This guy's running up there, trying to close in on you. Captain squeezes through here and aims for you, Ranel.
Bring it on, bitch.
He will fuck you up. That'd be awesome.
I don't get.
God, I want you to die again. That'd be
I
awesome.
don't have. That was the one
Again.
deal.
Yeah, again.
And
another
only
death for
only
me.
5 and 6 saved your ass, so it was.
That's a 20.
Yeah,
That's
that's
hit.
yeah.
So that's a 1d6 plus 3. So you take 5 damage from that one. He strikes at you again with a scimitar.
Yay!
That's an 11 that doesn't hit, and then he goes for the
That was
dagger.
a lucky shot.
That's an 11. Good hit. So you take 5 damage from that first hit.
Yep, I've done it already.
That's the captain.
I don't see your health bars. Your health bar.
Randall, your turn.
My turn again?
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
see his health bar. Charlie.
I would like to.
Carly, let us see Reynolds' name and health.
You should be
Oh,
able
can you
to.
see?
We don't.
I can see it.
No, we don't.
Hold on.
Okay,
It's been unticked
so-
somehow.
Thunderous Smite. And hit
You don't see
the
the health bar. We see a green bar.
captain.
You should be. If you can see one of them, you should.
No, it's just green bar.
Maybe not.
There you go.
Yeah.
See it.
All right, that's it.
It's a bit fiddly, but okay. Yeah. So what are you doing, Ryan?
Thunderous Smite is a bonus action.
Yes.
And I'll just wallop. Let's just do the captain. Hit him.
Okay.
So hang on, I'm in my spells. Bang.
Damn.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
You roll a natural 1.
That is truly terrible. So you aim a strike at him, but you're so overcome with all the many other strikes and the damage you just took, so you miss by a mile. He steps into your space trying to counter you.
I see that, right?
Yep.
That was your action. Your bonus
That was my
action.
bonus action as well. I'd like to, and I know I'm going to get hit in the reaction, but I'm going to try to take a step back into this
Do you get a
room.
disengage?
Okay.
No, I don't think I do get a disengage. Besides, I
No.
use my actions anyway. So
Use the bonus.
Yes.
I'm going to go this way actually. So 5, 10, 15.
So they all get one on you.
Wait. If he uses a bonus action, does this count as attack? No. He used the bonus action to
And
attack.
that-
3 misses.
Oh, nice. You lucky
so
bastard.
they all miss.
I'm too short. So I'm just going to go in
Chat,
here
what
and
are you
block
saying?
this door.
No, I was just.
I'm going to move.
I wasn't
and
clear,
block this door.
but yeah, it makes sense now because he rolled a hammer one-handed attack after that. So that was his action.
Wait, what do you mean? For a disengage?
Yeah, because he used the bonus
yeah,
action.
the
and
action,
then I
yes. For the
Yeah,
spell
yeah,
and the attack.
The actual
Yeah,
attack
exactly.
was the action. Okay, I got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is good.
Yeah, everything is awesome.
That's Randall. Kanan, your turn.
All right, so I'm just gonna run up. What'd you say? How high was the wall?
10 feet.
All right,
scale
I'm
that?
just.
So that
gonna
means
run-
20 feet movement just to climb it if you make the athletics check. And I will make that as a disadvantage because the guard is trying to hold you back.
Oh boy.
Wait, 5, 10, 15,
happened to the
20,
plan?
25, 30. All right, you said 20 feet of movement.
Yes.
All right, 5, 10. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'll go over here.
Okay.
On the wall.
Miss.
Uh,
7, it doesn't hit. So you go over there. You go.
So you're.
How many? 20 feet of movement? That's only 5. That's 15 feet of movement for Anakin Tar.
Yeah, 15.
Okay, what are you doing?
Scaling, I think.
Going over the wall.
Scaling.
Nice.
Alright. You basically just take 2 jumps and jump off of the side of the wall, latch onto the top of it with one hand, and you're on top of it. So you got 35. Hey, 45. Oh, sorry, 35. I'm right.
All right, so I got 10 more.
Yep.
What's the? All right, fucking, I'm just gonna run towards the woods.
And you already got, and you have an action. You haven't attacked, so you can just do double movement.
Neato.
I actually will do that.
Alright.
Oh,
You just run off the
Yeah,
map.
you're done. You're finished.
Alright, Kanan, you're out.
off
Green
topic,
scouts?
I can jump over the wall in real life, probably.
To 10 feet.
Yeah. It's not so much.
That's 3 meters.
That's
Yeah.
that's very high.
I mean, you could probably do it with that athletics jump type thing, but still,
I can probably.
No.
that will
really.
hurt you coming down.
I've done that.
I can jump that high to reach.
3 meters. Yeah, to reach. I'm saying jump
I mean,
over
you
it.
can scale it if you can reach the top.
I can reach. I'm not gonna be able to jump over it.
Ah, good. I see. That's the argument. Fine.
Oh.
Okay. He runs this way over here. This guy's 10, 20, 30. Stops there. This guy is miles away, so fuck that guy. Lou, your turn.
Double move. Time to skedaddle.
Double move.
5, 10, 10, 10. And down the drain we go.
Okay. You jump down the drain, and at the bottom you see Hall with all his stuff, and it's like, go that way! I'll close us off. And he starts waving you off in one direction.
Yeah, we're gonna follow him. We have our stuff. We're
Okay.
still with Renal. I'm gonna help carry some of it. So
Right,
none of us.
you're off the map, so I'm deleting you.
Wow.
Okay, the
Deleted.
guards, these guys over here are used. Right, no, this guy, he knows where you're gone, so he goes 5, 10, 20, 25. He sees you through the open door, opens the door, and aims to strike at you. That does not hit, so
Fuck you.
So this guy is out, this guy's. Fuck him, he's gone. This guy follows him,
Wait,
aims to strike at you.
which bandit is that?
So that's a 6, it doesn't hit. Jesus, my rolling is
I
poor.
thought.
It's less than mine.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I thought.
Fucking hell.
Wait. What's the
Scott,
card?
he's
Which
gone.
card is rolling right now? On turn order.
I'm deleting some of them as they're too far away to become irrelevant.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why you
making
can't see
it
them.
confusing. I can't follow.
Okay. 10 and 5, 10, 15, 16, well, 20. He's just going straight for you. And
This will
then
be the
he's
second time
on.
I
He's just wailing away at you.
missed.
Fucking hell. I mean,
Missed.
seriously?
Yep. Fuck you, bro.
Fuck you, bro.
Hey, you shit.
You're
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Come on.
Hey,
There.
No, cutting
Oh,
words.
yeah,
yeah.
Sorry for
Cutting
that.
words.
That's a draw, actually. My AC is 19, so that's a
Yeah,
draw.
but that means it hits.
No, it doesn't. Cutting
No,
words.
fuck off.
Yes,
Oh.
you do. No, you have to hit the AC.
The attacker hits.
Okay.
Cutting words.
Yeah, it's. You're miles away. You can't.
I
even
am not
see him.
miles away. I'm down the drain.
You are in the
Yeah,
tunnel.
it's all good. Let me take my
Okay,
hit.
That is
fine,
not how it works.
fine.
You have to be able to have line of sight on it.
Fine.
Yeah, let me take my hit.
That's that's not what I needed. I needed a 1d4 plus 3, I think it is. Yes, plus 3. So you take 5 damage.
Wow.
Bang.
That's the
Get
captain.
back.
Randall, your turn.
Blah, blah, blah.
Get
Let me
away.
get hit a bunch of times. No, because there's 3 reactions that can hit me here. I can't disengage, can I?
Yes, of course you can. That's an action. The others can do this as a bonus action. Everyone can do it as an action.
Oh, then I'll disengage. That's my action.
Right. You disengage.
Run.
Yep.
What do you do?
And I'm gonna dive down the hole.
Okay.
You come crashing
So he
on my
basi-
spine.
So you look up and you see how all of a sudden, looking up through this square hole in the ceiling, you see how it just turns black and something starts rushing towards you, and you just manage to move your head away as a dwarf
Bang.
plummets through the darkness. That's 30 feet deep, so you take 3d6.
Oh my
Is that it?
god.
So you take 11 damage coming down, basically
Sorry, can
landing on
I
you.
not athletics check when I jump down the hole?
30 feet? No. You are not that magical. You are a dwarf.
Wow, one decision is
Okay,
cut you
as a
down.
bonus action, I'll lay on hands all 15 of my health back onto myself, then I suppose.
Okay.
What can
you
be
do
more
that.
magical than a dwarf?
Flying
I
dwarf.
just want to say gravity did
Exactly.
more damage than an entire group of guards. So
That's what they do. Paladins are stinkingly tanky. That's what they do. Alright, as you land down there, Hall basically grabs you by the beard and drags you along. He's like, get in there! It starts pushing 10 feet off to the right. You end up standing next to Liu, and Hall takes a step back, places himself between you, raises his hands, and in front of you, a wall appears.
Can I throw down that extra pair of pants just into the sewer in like the direction that we would have been running?
Yes, of course you can.
Is it a distraction?
You throw it down that direction. The moment you come down and step behind him, Hall manages up an illusion, throwing up a wall that looks exactly like all the other walls around you, so as if the tunnel ended there perfectly.
I give him a thumbs
He
up.
stands there, turns around, and mouths at you, "Be quiet." It takes less than half a minute before the guards start coming down, looking one direction and the other. They stand there and start peering back and forth. In less than half a minute after that, the bandit captain comes down and looks in the direction of the wall that you're both at. I mean, you're less than 10 feet away from him. He looks the other direction, sees that that's where the path is leading, and they all rush off in that general
I
direction.
cast Thunderclap. Wait. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. No. You
No,
cast
I
Thunderclap.
don't have it. I'm joking.
Yes. Oh, shit. Damn it.
Yeah, fuck off, bro.
You stand there for a second in the silence, hearing them run further and further away until Hall turns around to you and is like, "Okay, let's go." And you start rushing back towards the city.
Good work.
It takes you about 45 minutes with all the carrying and the extra weights and trying to keep everything out of the water. But in a short amount of time, you find your way back to the city. However, you realize this when you came down the sewer, Kanan is gone.
He'll find his way to the ship.
Actually, the only person that knew how to get back, besides Hall.
Oh, yeah. Clever lad.
So yeah, you return back to the city. Hall looks at you as you come back out of the sewer. Like, so that was a complete and utter clusterfuck. But we're not dead, so that's very good.
I call it a
Good
successful mission. How about you?
job. Mhm.
And we're rich.
Well, we were supposed not to fight. That was kind of part of the mission, so you make of that what you will. I say you hand me the figurine so I can take it to my dad. He will square
dad?
you with Pax Max. Do you think I was named Hal for funsies?
I mean,
Hal and Hella.
I'm sorry for your name. Yeah.
He looks at you and goes like, "I'm sorry for the haunts, but here we are."
Are you a little shallow, Hal?
I squint at him.
I'm little,
scoff at
but
him.
I make good work. Just gives you a curious look.
Okay.
But yeah, let me take the figurine to my dad.
Yeah.
He'll square with Pax Max. You'll seek him out. You'll get your stuff, and you'll get out of town. And maybe we can work together again, because this was not all bad. And holds up his loot, basically, because I have probably not made this much money on a single trip in forever. So thank you.
You're welcome. Can I ask you, where can we pawn off some of the paintings and silverware?
I would not suggest doing it here. You don't have that amount of time, I've been told.
Yeah. You know a lot.
He's
We
right.
know great
He's
many
right,
things.
We need to get going.
Yeah. We need to get going. I'm just gonna start a pop-up by Pax Max and pick up my reward. Our reward.
Okay, well, let's cut it
Yeah.
short then.
Just,
He basically, the moment you get there, he's like, "Yes, I've been told what you've done. Well done, good job."
magic missiles.
And he hands you a wand that, without identifying it, you don't really have much of an idea of what it does. But there's nothing to make you believe that he's not truthful. So he hands you that wand and lets you keep your materials. And thank you for the
Can I
business.
test
It's been a
the
pleasure. To do that, you would need to know how it works. So it needs to be identified first.
So
Well, actually, no. Oh, sorry, it is identified because he already told you what it is.
okay.
Okay. Actually, I'll pass it off to you. There we are. Where are you? Let's fill it up. Okay.
I can just add the wand to my thing, or can you?
No,
Just,
that's fine. I've already got it along with all the other shit.
I don't see it.
No, I know. That's because you're much further down. Where are you? There you are.
I'm much further down. I should be on top of that list, whatever it is.
It's a list of everything.
Carly's hit
So
list.
you should have an item. You should have an item now in your journal. There you are.
I don't see it.
Oh, it should. No, you shouldn't be able to edit it. You should be able to see it. There you are.
Nope.
Yes,
Where?
in the journal.
Oh, hold on. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
Right, so you have that. You return quickly to the ship. I need 3 intelligence checks from you, Kanan.
Let's see how smart you are.
3.
Yeah, it's ways.
Yeah.
I'm not. 1,
Okay.
Okay.
2. Yeah, 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh
Fucking
my
Chris, I mean,
god!
seriously.
Saved by the last.
I think
That's-
this is
that's-
probably the 6th or the
I think-
7th.
I think
No,
five.
it's more than that. It's
I
insane.
think 5
So
critical.
it takes you a while, but you find your way back.
One.
Fuck yeah.
And it's midday. It's about 12 in the afternoon, so you are much later than the others, but you find your way back to the harbor. And on the ship, on the deck, you see Ranel and the others standing there waiting for you.
All right, on the harbor.
On the harbor, so you're all back down here on the ship making ready. As you were told, Ranel, the supplies you requested from Adair are there on the ship. They've been bundled on. The crew has more or less taken care of it while you were gone.
We're ready to go, Captain.
Can I take a minute and take 10 minutes and identify the trident, gloves, box, and the net? Or do you want to do this off screen because it's getting kind of late?
We're gonna have all the time in the
Yeah.
world.
No, hold on.
While
Hold
we're
What are you spamming?
Yeah,
Stop,
so,
stop.
Just let me go ahead and give them to me.
I can use identify. I get more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, fucking do it. then.
I
Jesus.
am. That's the stock. I mean, we can do it off.
Alright, so
We don't have to do it during the thing. Harley can just send it to me.
has any one of you got Detect Magic?
Yeah, I do.
Alright. So Detect Magic is a concentration. It lasts for a while, and while you have it, you walk around and you basically just detect sparks of magic everywhere. So generally, I would say what you do is to make sure anything is even magic at all before you start spending time identifying it. Is it magic? So you throw out Detect Magic, and you quickly identify the trident, the net, and the pair of gloves you found, all being magical.
Okay. And the box?
So the box is not magical.
Can we open it?
Being that your thieves' tools have gone off in one direction, you see Ayla sitting off on the bow of the ship, just scoffing at you and glaring.
I mean,
doing
we
Ayla
can
things.
just smash it open, right?
You could.
Forehead smash.
Give it to me. I'll smash it open. I've got a big old hammer.
I'm kind of worried what's inside might get smushed. Actually, we're gonna wait for our buddy here to get back, but I'm gonna use identify on those 3 magical objects.
Okay. I'll mark them up so everyone can see them instead of just one.
All right.
And that one. Right. Those were the ones you found. Give me a second. You should be able to see them. You should be able to see them in the journal, all of you, and you should be able to move them around as best you. Just drag them into the inventory of the person who uses them. Actually, I'll do the same with this Wand of Magic missile. So
I mean,
Everyone
I
can
can
see it.
take the magic missile thing.
Oh, do it with a dagger as well if you remember that. I don't know whose body that's on now.
Mine. I got hold of foreheads. Go on.
Yeah, did you get Forhurst's 48 gold as well? Did he have no?
Yeah.
How many
I
gold?
got it.
Oh,
Give me the
good.
gold. How many gold?
He had 48 gold on him.
48. I'm gonna add that to the tally. 48. So
It was your gold.
85. 185.
It's on me.
It was you.
Mark it off, Kanan.
Fuck you.
I'm robbing your ass. Okay.
So just confirm that you can all see the magical items you have available to you.
Yeah.
Goody. And you may divvy them up as you see fit.
Do we want to do that now or on a later date?
Yeah, you can do it when you need to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
not
just call
stupid
dibs on the
automatic.
magic missile thing.
Alright. So we're finishing off here half an hour late, but you're on the ship. It's 12 in the afternoon, and you are more or less completely ready to leave. Ayla's back at the bow of the ship. You don't know where she's gone to. She's gone up to do Ayla things.
Hey,
Mhm.
let's see.
Sonnenbloom and the others are waiting just to throw open the sails and sail off towards the horizon.
Playing
Towards new
Rainbow
and grand
Six.
adventures.
And XP.
I need to count it up first.
Oh.
Yeah. fine.
You know what? I'll do that later tonight. I'm awake all night anyway, so I'll count it up and I'll post it in the D&D Discord. But it's probably in the vicinity of like 2.
What?
Yeah, 2. I think I'll give you 2 XP
Times.
Thank you.
I'll take
Times
it.
500
times 2 times 1.
squared.
Right. Okay. So because you're being
2 times 1 squid.
complaining, I'm giving you times 0.
You can't.
Can I have
do
2? I said I'd take it. I said I'd take 2.
Yes, you can
I
have 2
take
XP.
Oh yeah, okay.
Everyone can have 2 XP.
Oh, goody.
Awesome.
Oh shit! She can see that. Give me a second. I need to fix this.
I'm gonna add that.
That's an amazing
journals.
thing.
All pleasure.
Wait, do I get? Oh fuck! I get deflect missiles. I forgot to do that on the guy.
Yeah. Well,
I could have shot the arrow back at him.
You suck.
Yeah.
You should suck less.
Yeah.
who was it who didn't display their damage when they attacked? Just so I can fix that now.
No, it was a spell you're talking about. It's not rolling the spell properly. It's not. It's displaying the
Oh,
roll,
right.
and
That
then
was
it's not
fine.
displaying the words for it. That's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do that. Okay.
Hey.
Let me see. Oh, you're doing. Sorry, you're doing things.
I can do it. It's fine. What do you want me to do?
So down here, in the spell. So try and click the cog on sleep.
Oh. Cog, and then what?
Yeah. Just click the cog so it opens up, and in the bottom, just above of the spell description,
Yeah.
you see there's that tab where it says off. Just click on.
Got it.
Do that for all the spells because that means we can read it when you cast it, so there's much less fiddling.
Got it.
Because combat ends up taking for fucking ever whenever we have spells that aren't being perfectly described. Because I don't know your spells.
I don't know my smells.
I know mine. No, see, that's the point. You're supposed to know
Smells.
your spells.
But I know
You're
my
all supposed to
smells.
know your shit. I only know some of them, specifically for the things I've played. But yeah, I suppose that's it. Everyone's alive, annoyingly.
Wow.
Only
You
halfway.
say you're not playing against us.
Forhest isn't.
I'm not.
Yeah, he's dead.
You're just trying to kill us.
I don't play against you. No, I just enjoy it when you die. I don't try to create it, but when it does happen, I enjoy
Don't
it.
discourage it either.
No, exactly. I don't discourage it. That would be a shitty DM that discourages that. His job is not to create the narrative in that way. He's to tell it as it happens. But everyone's alive. Yay! How boring.
Wow.
Ayla's gone in some odd direction. The ship is there. There's a number of things you didn't find in that house, which annoys me, but whatever.
What did we miss? Talk us through.
No. Well, I mean, there was one thing, but you chose to go around that. Well, actually, no, I'll display it because I think it's the most awesome thing ever.
Oh, come on.
Ryan,
Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
holding bow.
That would have
was
been.
Where was that? In what
Where
room?
was it?
I'm not telling
I
you.
mean, you can tell us it's gone.
I should, honestly and obviously, I should never tell you what was actually there, but this thing is so perfectly awesome. I think I'm like, yeah, you know what, you can.
Yeah, it is.
I'll let you know that it wasn't, that it's not in your loot
I
bag.
don't like you.
Oh, fuck you.
But that's always the thing. You always know you're going to miss something, obviously. Same thing as playing any RPG.
Yeah.
You will.
I was kinda
I blame
happy.
the sneak fox running around
Oh,
the house.
shit.
and
Yeah.
not finding it, So
I just realized this. I don't, guys. When you do that, try and click on your character sheet. Yeah. Open it up, and then double click on the name next to the window in window tab.
Double click on what, sir?
It gets,
On the name.
removed.
Yeah. It minimizes it so you can open it up when you need to in Roll20.
Yeah.
I
That is-
permanently have it open anyway, but that's really cool.
I know that. I just found that that's really helpful, especially to me because I have so much shit open.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So I blame the two sneaky bastards for not finding all the loot because
Cannon was taking too much time, honestly. It was just...
I fucking did all the scouting.
He
Fuck.
did fine.
Yeah, he did. He played his character. Played his character. I mean, if we had a rogue with us, the one who's sort of meant to do all this kind of shit, then I'm sure it would have gone better.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that people got closed off in that room. I had not, when I prepared this, you were still forced, and I imagined you'd be able to do other things. But when you came back with plate armor, I was like, hi guys, I've got this advantage on stealth. I figured, like, nah, fuck it, you'll take it off and you'll follow the others. No, fuck you, I'm gonna sit in the sauna.
Well,
There's limits to what I can do to
realize he was too hot in there. I got it.
I was like, I just at that stage I realized it was limits to what I could do to make this interesting for you. So I was just like, you know what, fuck you. You sit in that room and you deal with it.
That's fine. It's kind of what I figured. I was like, this is not. This character is not stealthy. And I was like, meh.
In battle.
Generally, when I create these heist or heist-like situations that are not aligned with combat, what I do is I find a way to make everyone engage. But that means I need to know what people do. In this stage, I was like, yeah, we have a caster, we have a rogue, we have... Forrest, he can kind of run around and knock guards over the head and drag them off and tie them up. Oh no, fuck you, I'm a paladin now. Well, okay,
unfortunately, my loving teammates killed my beautiful barbarian.
Nah, that was a suicide, man, if anything.
Carly, you should have let him play the what's it called, the lingering spirit thing.
No, not on such an early death character. There would be no point.
Oh, by the way,
I've not looked at it, but I think it's slightly poorly balanced. But I need to make absolutely sure
You
that
make changes on your own if you invest.
I know, but that's the thing. I haven't balanced classes before, and it takes very little to balance them poorly. So it's not something I'm ready to fiddle with because you can fuck up the game for everyone, and then you have a lot of retconning. Today we had to deal with retconning Ayla because he just disappears in half an hour, and that's already shit. If I have to retcon a class, I mean, there's nothing I can do. All of this is storytelling, anyways, and Ayla walking off is Ayla walking off. She always does that. So
yeah.
But
I have a question. How far in the game are we going to be able to get, for example, a bag of holding?
Who knows?
Ah, fuck you.
Maybe there was one here.
No, it wasn't.
Fuck
No,
you.
it wasn't. And if it was...
Besides, why would you care about a bag of holding? You have a ship. You're not exactly short on space.
It's just the carrying bullshit.
I think it's the best item in the game.
I agree.
See, exactly, but that item would have made this entire thing boring as fuck. Whereas you would have just stolen everything.
Pocketing furniture.
Sofa. Steal. Yeah.
But that's the thing. The entirety of the fun would have been like, okay, so what's in this room? Doesn't matter. I'll shove everything in the bag.
It would be a different type of
you know what? I'll take this.
The 7 beds in here? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take those.
You grab the cushions, I'll grab the
How are
bed.
those bed? Are they nicely crafted? Yeah, it's good handiwork. I'm stealing it. Oh, for fuck's sake, then. The thing is that giving too much power is also... Yeah, I think that one... that D&D video, the animated spell book on Goodberries, I think that's a perfect case for too much of one thing is just, it makes everything boring. That one spell could have destroyed the entirety of that campaign. Instead, because they removed it, everything became better. And I have the same feeling about Bag of Holding very often, is that, oh, right, I'll just have everything in my Bag of Holding.
I mean,
actually,
but it's not that I'm opposed to Bag of Holding, and chances are, sure, you can get one. But I'm just saying that it's not a necessity item, not really. Especially if you have a fucking boat.
It actually makes sense. But for example, I love that item because I once used it to. I put a halfling rogue in it.
You do realize that kills him,
that
yeah?
absolutely kills
What?
him.
That kills him.
It's
How?
a dimension.
There's no oxygen. It's a dimensional space. There's no oxygen, first off. So he can hold his breath for basically no time. Also, it's extra dimensional.
Yes, I know, but that was enough because we were fighting and I took the bag of holding with me. I ran towards some cover. I pulled him out. He was basically in there for maybe not even a minute.
Okay, no, you can do that. Yeah. The thing is that you run out of air instantly.
No, well, he really didn't have time to
No, but that's the thing. For characters, it's a minute per Constitution modifier. So unless he had a Constitution of less than 10, he wouldn't be fine. Otherwise, he would die.
No,
yes.
It was a good
Pull
thing.
out a corpse.
Because you see, that's the thing. Otherwise, people would be like, "Oh, I can live in it." Which is bullshit.
You live in a bag.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, because that thing is massive, so you can just, I'll live in this bag here.
Well,
And
you can put a bed in there. You can put a
Yeah, essentially.
There is a spell.
all that bullshit.
Something about a mansion that gives you like a huge
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
24-hour thing.
Something magical
yeah,
mansion.
it's
Something-
glorious. I love it.
It's got one of those names.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
somebody's mansion. Like,
You can just go mansion in the information tab. It's probably there.
yeah.
Magnificent Mansion. It's called.
Oh man, I'm curious. I'm very curious about that one. Opens a lot of doors.
I would say. I mean, the boat you just missed. The folding boat is pretty much the same.
I hate you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's actually better even because that's
Okay, I'm gonna
everything
go
that was
now.
on the boat is folded with it. I realized. I probably shouldn't have given you the opportunity for that. It's a bit powerful.
You're gonna give us another opportunity for that, right? Right?
To be fair, had you gone for that, chances are you would have died.
Okay.
The thing is, I was actually extremely scared when I saw how many guards there were,
There was
because
Oh yeah,
there were guards. There were guards on the upper floor. There were guards outside. There were guards inside.
yeah.
The thing that I thought was, if we made any noise at all of them were gonna come at us.
Well, definitely. I mean, that was the
And-
point.
Yeah, well, when they actually attacked us, only the ones from the first floor.
Well, I didn't want to move all the ones on the top floor because they weren't going to get there anyways. You were clearly running away, and if I had
Oh,
to spend
fair
another 15 minutes fiddling with characters that weren't going to have any impact, then that would have driven all of us insane. They were
Oh,
there
fair enough.
primarily to make it known to you that if you fucked up, you would get flooded, and you would
Yeah.
lose eventually.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Like a
Yes, of course you can.
story-based
No.
thing? Can I ask
Yes.
Pax Max about some information we got during that quest heist thing?
You know what? Let's
Oh,
deal with that
about the-
last time. That's not a bad question. So let's deal with that last time.
You mean next time?
Yes. What did I say?
Last time.
Oh, sorry. Next time. I'm tired. So let's just leave a note somewhere and remind me, because let's fix that then. Because let's have that conversation. It is not a bad conversation to have at all.
I'm gonna send you a
I
message
agree.
right now because I'm gonna fucking forget it.
No, just leave a note in the journal in Roll20. I mean, that's what I do with a lot of my shit.
Can you give me a new journal?
Did you lose yours?
No, but I've got one for Forest and not one for me.
Can I copy it and then change the name?
Yeah, you can do that, and I can edit it, but I just can't give myself a new one. That's all.
Right. I'll give you one.
Okay.
Handout.
Ryan, check this out in case you haven't.
Journal.
Okay, so that's it for the thing.
I think this is it.